Fly me into velvet skies. I don't wanna be alone tonight. Paint my face in my best disguise. Let's lose our minds in the neon signs.
Hello, hello? Oh, crap.
Hello, every.
That was for the face reveal. I forgot to take it out. Oh my gosh. Let me just... I should do it. Hi, everyone. Hey, Critical. Hey, Az. Hey, Mary. Hey, Grim. Hey, David. Hey, Alucard. Hey, Tangel. Hey, Joyful. Hey, Tracy. Hello, Raymond. What? Oh, you were the one that said something about a cam. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. No cam here. How's everyone doing? We're gonna be talking about Bonnie Blue today. Who in the chat is familiar with this person? Called Bonnie Blue. Not a real name. Not a real name. Hey, Johnny. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm excited for this topic. It's not LCU related this time. I'm curious to see the interest in it. Hey, Lunatic. Hey, Riley. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy Saturday. I got my Saki Milk. Heard about her a few times this week, but otherwise she's a nobody to you. Yo, this is gonna be interesting. I just, I watched the documentary that is on her, like on Channel 4. That was interesting. LCU no content is good. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that LCU is nonsense now, huh? I think it's in a period of transition. I think that's what it is. Is that the one who slept with 1,000 men? Yup, in 12 hours. Because she slept with a lot more than that. But she has slept with over 1,000, specifically 1,057, within 12 hours. So yeah, they went in, they went out, another one went in, went out, you know? Every single person had less than 40 seconds each to do their business. Yeah, 12 hours. Very impressive. That's just wild. I wish I'd slept 1K hours. How does that work? LCU hasn't been great. I haven't been watching. I've been watching a little bit here and there. But yeah, it's not a lot of personalities and characters that I enjoy anymore in the LCU. But there's still a few interesting ones in there. Even if they're not all great, like, especially when it comes to being a good person. That's not exactly why we hang out there, right? But there's some interesting characters. But that's not what we're gonna talk about today. We are going to be talking about Bonnie Blue. Let me introduce you guys. Put myself over here. Hello, Dustin. How you doing? I like Billy, but that's about it. Yo, and I haven't watched a single episode of Rewind since they are on another time now. Rough. Hey, gamer. All right, introduction to Bonnie Blue. Get ready, guys. Let me see if you guys hear that.
A few years ago,
Yeah.
Tia Billinger was going to a 9-to-5 and settling into a married suburban life. Today, she's better known as Bonnie Blue, famous for sleeping with over 1,000
She
men.
looks so different. I mean, I realized that, you know, in our 20s, we look different than in, well, actually, she's still in her... Yeah, no, there's a Bonnie before she started the OF work and after, and she looks very different. Like, this was her before she started.
One day, her career's been
Not this
boosted
one.
by countless news articles, podcasts, and TV.
Yeah, I guess she might have done some work. If you have a lot of money, it's hard not to, I guess, right? Because you notice so many imperfections in yourself. It's hard not to.
Interviews. Until recently, she was
Although having a lot of sex, I don't know if that'll age you. Depends on how you feel about it, right? If you're having fun,
pulling in
I don't
hundreds
know.
of thousands every month.
y'all enjoy that on this one. It's really interesting, I promise. And we're not gonna see the actual, you know, bad stuff.
Millions every year, becoming one of the most famous women on the internet. And her rise is just everything wrong with the internet and modern fame culture. As her
Now, that is an interesting perspective that I personally do not share. How is Bonnie Blue everything that is wrong with modern society? Come on.
Transformation.
Why are we here?
And her wild success tells us all we need to know about modern society. So let's dive right into her sordid story and discover why Bonnie Blue is a warning to all of us. You see,
how was
before
she a
Bonnie
warning?
was bonking illegal teens, she was young and innocent herself. Growing up in the sleepy
Weren't
English
we all?
town Stapleford, Nottinghamshire, her childhood was incredibly average. With a relatively wealthy upbringing and a stable home life, there was no indications of what was to come. In fact, Bonnie was actually engaged and married far earlier than most. She met her now ex-husband at just 15 years old.
Yeah, she was very young. Her now husband, not anymore. They're not married anymore. It ended within a few months into the WEF work. She says it's not related, but...
He was a rugby star at a nearby private school, and together they were said to have a picturesque, normal life. The pair
Look how
soon
different she looks. Her face is like another person.
moved into their own house, nearly entirely funded by her partner's wealthy parents. She had everything on
Oh,
a
he
great
was the wealthy one. Okay.
silver platter. But for whatever reason though, something deep down was wrong. Bonnie wasn't happy with what this stable future looked like. It was just too boring. This wasn't what she wanted. And after spending their teenage years together, the pair split when Bonnie was just 21 years old, and quickly did what every other Brit does: moved to Australia and pursued a career, where she would eventually land in recruitment, just like many 21-year-old British girls. And so far, this sounds like just pretty much anyone else's story. But it was at this point where things took a weird
doing
turn.
recruitment,
Even with
a
her
9 to
newfound
5.
freedom, Bonnie was just always bored.
And all I thought is, oh, I finished school, I've gone into apprentice in recruitment, and now I'm going to do recruitment for the rest of my life. And I was like, is this as good as it going to
Well, no,
get?
because there's like a million other jobs.
Yeah, but still, it's still like, for me, it was very office-based and money.
That's what she studied for, which was recruitment. She did it right out of college, I believe, or university. And she did recruitment for many years. I think 5 years total before she decided to do something else. And I think she took like a 2-year break from working. And when she was going back into recruitment, she was like, I don't know if this is the life I want to have. 9 to 5, not making that much money. Every year there's a possibility of promotion, but you don't get too far. You know, she felt more ambitious than that, I guess.
Is shit.
She could continue commuting to work, sitting in an office and living a dull but stable life with a happy family. Or there was the other option. She could become famous. She could make it big online and finally be recognized.
That's not exactly how it happened. This guy is clearly the very anti-Bonnie Blue, alright? I've seen many interviews with her. That's not how that happened. She wanted to make more money initially. And people were telling her, including her boyfriend at the time, was supporting her in this. And they were saying, you're a very pretty girl, you might be able to do stuff online. And that's how she started the OF.
So basically, I used to work in recruitment. I was bored of living the 9 to 5, just doing the average life. And I was like, I'm going to give this a go. Started off doing camming for about 2 weeks.
And what was the
She did
easiest,
camming
most profitable
first.
way of doing this? Well, by using her sexuality. And with just one taste of camming,
Wow, yo, the way this guy is talking. What's the easiest thing for a woman to do to make money? Yes, use her body, obviously, because that's easy, right? You got the assets, all you gotta do is strip, right? That's how easy it is.
Bonnie was already hooked. At first, it was just a side hustle, something to help put food on the table and help save up for a house. However, it soon proved far more lucrative than she ever expected.
I was earning a lot of money
Right?
on camming, like 4 to 5,000 AUD a week. And that was like instantly life-changing.
It was fast, easy money. Bonnie earned
Sad but true. No. Do you guys know how many women try to make it on OnlyFans? How many new accounts are made every day that have absolutely no, they get nowhere with it? You think it's as easy as stripping? No. 5,000 per day, and she would work like 5 days a week.
1,000 Australian dollars after just 1 week as a cam girl. A few weeks later, she was earning more in one
5,000
stream
a
than her
week.
job would pay
That's how
out
it
for
started.
days or weeks of work. She soon realized that just with her looks and playing with men's sexual needs, she could easily become a multi-millionaire and live out her fantasies, her dreams and goals in life, and never have to settle down or rely on a man again. But she soon realized that just camming like this wasn't going to be enough. Other platforms were far better for reaching a wider audience.
OnlyFans!
She saw how these huge OnlyFans stars were making $5 million a month, becoming
million?
part of the 0.001% in
You want some of that?
society just from playing on men's psychology. And the best
Playing with men's psychology. I'm sorry. When we start a business, aren't we like selling something that people want? What do you mean? What do you mean playing with men's psychology? Aren't they out there looking for porn? Are you serious?
thing
I
was,
don't like this guy.
OnlyFans girls didn't have to stream every day either. It was the ultimate business model. With just
The
a few
ultimate
hours of
business
work a
model.
week, you could make millions if you did it right, all whilst becoming famous at the same time. And if you're wondering how the top 1% of OnlyFans creators make so much money, take a look at this. A recent study found that over 80% of men watch porn on a regular basis, with a lot of them
80%.
spending hundreds if not
Oh, I'm playing with men's psychology. However, 80% of men are looking for porn. No, it's playing with men's psychology.
thousands on
It's
subscriptions
not them looking for it.
fuel
Come
their
on
addiction
now.
every month.
Be
Twitter
real.
is on a mission to stop this and help men regain control of their lives and
I don't really want to watch porn. All these women are making me do it. It's a psychological game. I swear, it's not me that likes porn.
finally break free from this evil habit. With their in-app 30-day challenge, 1 million
It's just too tempting. So many women are just taking their clothes off every day. How can I not go look for it?
men have already seen incredible
porn, like,
changes in
right,
their
exactly.
lives. Increased discipline, boosted focus and productivity, confidence in themselves, and in talking to women. Quitting porn doesn't have to be difficult, and with Quitter's cutting-edge
Oh,
app,
I see. You are promoting a app that helps you quit porn. Yeah, we're gonna. I'm not for it, guys. Watch as much porn as you want. All right. We're not doing
quit
that.
tomorrow and regain control before it's too late.
No.
Now, of course,
That's
Bonnie was
fine.
already making far more money than most adult content creators can hope for. In reality, the top 1% of OnlyFans creators earn just around £38,000 annually.
See, guys? See? The top 1% makes roughly £38,000 annually, okay? That's not that's the top 1%, okay? So, no, OnlyFans is not a miracle worker where you just strip your clothes off and you make money as a woman, you know? Cuz it's not like that at all. That's not, especially in pounds, living in the UK, that's like that's not that much money at all, okay?
Which is about as much as the average UK salary. The vast majority earn far less, pumping out content every day to
That's
a
the
tiny
top
amounts of
1%.
paying subscribers.
Right,
There
they
are
hardly make
hundreds
any
of
money.
Thousands of them, all trying to outcompete each other. So to stand out, you need to do something truly exceptional,
Yeah.
be incredibly beautiful and stunning, or truly depraved. It's the same process we're seeing at almost
And Bonnie Blue happens to be all of those. Let's go.
every level of society, where everything has to be more extreme, more crazy, more fascinating, more dope and emergic than anything else.
Yep,
Whether for
that's
good
the
or
reality
bad,
we
you
live
have
in.
to be extreme. And if you're not, people get bored of you and you'll make nothing. We see it even with
Because-
factory workers who lose their jobs now because they're competing against extremely cheap labor from foreign countries. Dating has become so much harder for men because instead of competing with local people in your own
I like how he's like, dating is so much harder for men.
city, you're now competing with the entire world, with the top elites of people using Photoshop
Man, I feel like I feel like there's some I think like he's dealing with something, you know?
and everything they can to their
Does he need to talk to someone? Is he hurting right now?
advantage. There are plenty of examples wherever you look, and OnlyFans is yet another one. It's becoming far more common as well. Both regular people and celebrities are now
Yeah, that's
all
true, bro.
integrating this into their wider social media. We see people like Lil Nas trying to take down Christianity with his music, all to get those outrage clicks. The more normalized all of this becomes, the more people give it a try, and OnlyFans is just a symptom of this entire process. But whilst it's such a tempting offer, with a few hours of work and a quick sign up in minutes, the consequences can be permanent. Whilst it might be fine for a couple of years, future employers, partners, children, or anyone else important in your life will probably judge you heavily for this.
Okay, listen. If you're an OnlyFans model, or you have an OnlyFans past, or you were a sex worker at any point in your life, I, for one, will not be judging you, okay? God.
And in previous societies, it would have been completely shameful. But when you see these people making millions a month just from doing it, it's all too tempting not to. And once you start, you just can't stop. So in the first few weeks of her career in adult content, Bonnie coasted along with her genetics. When she was younger, she looked like
She looks sporty. I thought so too when I initially looked at Bonnie, and I was like, okay, you don't, because she's only like 26 or something right now. Like, she's still really young. I think the plastic surgery and whatever she got done does make her look older, but she is a pretty girl. I mean, she is.
a beautiful woman. She could have easily
Yeah, she's 26. Hey, clumsy.
stayed at this level for years, earning a healthy amount of money. But the same thing that drove her away from a quiet, boring life in England or a normal job in Australia pushed her further. Her rise through the world of OnlyFans would be thanks to other qualities, character traits that made her perfectly suited to the world of online adult content. The first thing that Bonnie needed to do
She is a marketing genius, guys. A marketing genius.
was find her niche. Most creators don't push the envelope. They post the same kind of pictures with the same kind of captions, all competing for the exact same audience. Targeting a specific niche makes it much more likely for your fans to pay out. Some people choose specific preferences to focus on, but Bonnie was going to do something that would have mass appeal.
Isn't she cute while she does a ghost
than others
BJ?
would dare to do. She was going to use regular people in her videos.
My inbox was flooded with these schoolies saying, hey, like I really want to sleep with you and make a video.
It was a pretty simple idea, but there's a lot of very good reasons content creators don't do this. Before Bonnie Blue, nearly all adult content creators only worked with other content creators. Everything was simulated and acted out, as it's safe for them because random people off the street have no incentive to be professional and could be kind of dodgy, let alone unhygienic. It's also
So there's a culture in OnlyFans, especially when you get like really professional, to only work with other OnlyFans creators or other creators, right? Then you make sure to keep it safe. You know that they have experience. You know that it's gonna work on camera together, and you can cross promote. That's what happens a lot with OnlyFans creators. They work within the realm of OnlyFans.
So a lot less likely for fellow performers to take advantage or act out if their career and their reputation is involved. The closest
Why does she remind me of your ex? Yo, you got a pretty ex.
There's just a million reasons not to use random people instead of other performers. But Bonnie didn't care about any of this. She knew that this was her shot at fame online, as she explained on UK TV.
Because as I started my content, I realised it was not necessarily relatable to the average person. And I wanted to make my content relatable. I'm just a girl, I'm relatable, I'm sort of
the sleeping around part.
She saw the opportunity to make money
Max was
by
just a
actually
slut.
giving people something closer to the real thing, to give people a false hope. She knew her audience was desperate, lonely men. So if she made a parasocial relationship with them, acting as if the guy watching could be next, she would rake in millions.
Well-
Plus, she had the rare quality of seemingly not caring about how unsafe and dirty this could actually be.
Listen. She was a self-admitted whore. Listen, I have a lot more respect for people who admit to what they are, right? If you are a slut and you want to just sleep around, own it, right? If that's what you want, if that's what gets you off, live that life, you know? Better to have it be a closeted thing, right, Ruby? Yeah, it's the better way that man, I see a lot of hate in the chat. I do not have any hate for Bonnie Blue. I really don't.
In podcasts, she's openly talked about how people have taken advantage and even stolen her phone in all of the chaos. And it's fairly likely that she's omitting lots of the gory, horrible details.
But you
or that she's
resist,
so used to
persist,
at this
yep.
point that it doesn't even faze her anymore.
Worst, I would say,
And then there's the lying. And just be yourself, you know? Just be yourself.
just someone having
If you're a slut, you're a slut.
take my phone. And I wasn't bothered about the phone. It was more, I've just pleasured you.
What you do,
And
OF?
you've done that.
I
Like,
mean,
it's just frustrating.
I
that
don't
it's
have
just
the
like,
personality
blah,
for
blah,
it.
blah.
Even with how extreme and degenerate this was, it
Yeah,
still
Ruby.
wasn't enough yet. She was still bored. She knew she could become more famous and get more attention and money. So she wasn't gonna just use
She wanted more attention. I think he's just salty. I declare that this guy talking is salty as hell.
one random person, she was going to get hundreds of people involved. And on top of that, she was also going to target a very specific demographic, From the beginning of her stunts, Bonnie targeted the youngest men she could legally
18.
target. In Australia, where she was living at the time, 18-year-olds have a week of partying late in the year after they finish the exams. It's called schoolies, and for lots of teens, it's the first holiday they'll have as an adult. You can already see why so many people are calling this predatory. In interviews with critics, Bonnie tells the world
Oh no, she went for the 18-year-olds. How dare she? What a predator.
that it's completely legal, that she has people sign
Imagine being 26 sleeping with an 18-year-old dude. I understand that there's some controversy around that, but I don't know.
forms, checks their IDs, and makes sure they all get tested before anything happens.
When they're coming to me, it's pre-planned. So they've already thought about it beforehand. They have to fill in 2 consent forms. They have to bring ID, and they also get tested. So it's a much safer environment than what people think.
Meanwhile, though, her promotional material often uses the term
there you
barely
go,
legal.
Steele.
It speaks
Good
to how
on
she's
you.
pushing the law to its limits rather than actually paying attention to ethics or common
I bet she taught you a lot, Steele. True or false?
sense. Because why would you when money and fame are the only things you care about? But we're in a
Yeah, Brandon, they got nothing on her. They're 18, they're legal.
society and culture that values extremes and immorality over actual virtue.
I call them barely legal teens because I'm aware it's going to get attention. And the more attention
Yep.
you get, the more word it spreads. And the more
Yep.
people that know about it, the more
That's why she's
18-year-olds I
smart.
can with.
Taught me what to avoid? Oh, you picked the wrong 28-year-old. Got it.
Bonnie sold her soul doing this, and in 2023, along with a bunch of other stunts, actually found herself at the top of OnlyFans. Within no
Well, that's not much to brag about right there.
time at all, she was now earning hundreds of thousands every single month, making the bleak truth about society ever more clear. The more extreme your content is, and the more degenerate you are, the more attention and money you'll get. This
Yeah.
creates an especially destructive trap for people to fall into. They might start out in the industry with lots of strict boundaries and things they won't do, but if it turns into their career and they have an alter ego, then there's suddenly a financial incentive for them to do things they aren't comfortable with. If they start losing their audience, content creators will feel forced to take the next step towards more extreme content. Bonnie Blue, who dives straight in head first, is rare in this way. But at this point, you might be wondering about Bonnie's family. The family she left behind in England. All the people from her past that knew her. Her ex-husband, her friends, and most
Yeah, I
of all her
wouldn't say
parents
that's the
must have
same
had some
thing.
thoughts about her virality. You might think they'd be displeased seeing their daughter earning their living by sleeping with so many people and being on OnlyFans.
You would think the parents don't support this kind of work, right? Well, they do. Not only do they support her working like this, they also, her mom actually helped her clean the apartment after the 1,000 guys railed her. Yep.
But actually, the apple didn't fall far from the tree once they saw the money she was pulling in.
Oh,
and their
stop.
scruples too flew out the window. Notice that term, supporting the family.
Yeah, who cares about her happiness? Because there's no way she's happy being a sex worker, right? It must be the money.
Today, lots of them are just part of the business that surrounds her. They're her managers, handing out flyers. Apparently, her ex-husband helps out as well behind the scenes. In 2022, they were married.
Probably, Steele. Probably. I can see that happening. It's a little awkward, but depends on the relationship you have with them, I guess. Classic Bonnie blue balls. No, nobody got blue balls around Bonnie.
Just a year later, he was then cleaning up
Rugby
her
player, I'm not
stains
sure.
and hotel mattresses. Needless to say, lots of Aussies weren't nearly as thrilled about what was going on. In fact, so many of them signed a petition to the government that they ended up revoking her visa. So Bonnie Blue just ended up packing up and continuing the show in her home country, putting the same stunts with 18-year-old university students instead. Later, she even went to Fiji planning on doing the exact same thing, although it's unclear how successful she actually was. Other than that, Bonnie Blue hasn't shied away from breaking other taboos and potentially breaking up entire families. She's been vocal about her preference for married men and fathers as well as their sons.
Oh, come on. That is all just for controversy. Yeah, if you're married, she doesn't care, apparently. You can go and fuck her. Well, listen, that's not on her, man. That's not on her.
A perfect marketing scheme playing on the trends on adult content sites. This is
How is that
all
her
a
fault?
calculated strategy to create as much outrage as possible so that she gets more attention and thus more money. Like we can see with the story she told where she slept with both a father and a son one after another. then heard the dad say, "Don't tell your mother about this," after they left.
I let the son go first. So, well, to be fair honest, I'd already slept with their son a few days before.
Oh.
And then in the queue, I saw someone with I didn't know it was their dad. I just saw someone with a much older guy. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just someone older. And he was like, oh, this is my dad. And I was thinking, oh my God, his dad's going to tell me off. Or I don't know, the dad's going to say something to me. But the story was that he was actually just quite jealous that his son had got to sleep with me. So then we did a father and son.
These stories all work to create a narrative, to make you wonder what's really going on in these videos.
I feel for the wives and gay husbands who got cheated on. Yeah, but whoever cheated on, the guy that did that, he's the problem, isn't he? It's not the porn actress. It's not the person opening their legs.
It's all a calculated ploy just to get her more famous. You'll see a pattern with all of her statements and interviews and her actions on camera, all designed to gain the most amount of attention possible. Bonnie Blue knows that controversy is what sells.
Yep.
She knows that the men that hate her the most want to actually watch these videos the most,
Yep.
and that her long string of controversial moments has only pushed her career further
She
and
too skinny?
further. All
I
with the
don't know.
backing of her own
She's got the curves where it matters, you know? She got that booty.
family.
Your father's okay with this?
Yeah, he's more than proud. His back of his phone case is like a QR code to my OnlyFans.
I can imagine how proud he is.
How does it make you feel though?
Wow, hello?
I'm proud of her. I don't mind.
It's gotten her TV interviews, podcast appearances, and enough tabloid articles to fill a Sunday paper. In a way, we're only perpetuating the problem by making this video in the first place. Always this stuff attracts a lot of basic haters, pretty understandably.
Yeah, I'm perpetuating the problem by making this video, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I like the views and money too. How hypocritical can you be?
But they don't know that they're acting as her publicist without even realizing. This is all part of her strategy in the first place. Stunts like performing acts at a local football game, then getting kicked out of the stadium fit perfectly into this narrative before sneaking in later to do it all over again. And it all just brings us to the thing that Bonnie Blue's most famous for, and the reason why she's a symptom of our corrupted society. Her claim to the world record for sleeping with the most people in a single day. According to her social media posts and the storm of news and media coverage, Bonnie slept with 1,057 men in just a single day. But the logistics alone are hard to believe. In a 12-hour period, taking 2 people at a time non-stop.
So some people don't believe she actually did it, right? Well, there was a documentary on the process and on her on Channel 4. And there's not exactly a group of people from the Guinness records that goes in and checks every single person that, you know, got in and out. But, yeah, a closest thing, I guess, you know? And they were pretty organized about it. I think we'll get, oh no, we saw the documentary. I don't think that's going to be mentioned today. But yeah, they were pretty organized about it. And they wanted to get to that goal. They got to 1,000, they got to over 1,000.
Each person would still only get around.
She didn't get arrested like last week. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that because that's what started this whole thing being relevant. But I just want to introduce you guys to her first because a lot of you did not know who she was.
80 seconds
And then we'll get
each.
to the recent
But while there
charges.
isn't much real evidence of this, kinda seems like this did actually happen. There are posts she made after the fact and pictures of this desperate queue of men. One woman even found that her boyfriend was among those men in the queue and they broke up shortly afterwards. He wasn't alone. As Bonnie became more popular, hundreds and later thousands of men lined up waiting for their turn. And imagine the risks a man has to take to line up waiting for their turn on Bonnie Blue. If people ever found out that you went, it would be awful for your reputation. Then there's the hygiene aspect.
Why?
I mean, Bonnie insists that everyone's been tested, but as we'll soon find out, she isn't afraid of bending the truth.
Sleeping with an adult worker who's fully tested in a safe environment, that should be the least of their worries.
Then there's just the simple fact that lots of people can't imagine anything grosser than this. Standing outside in the cold with hundreds of other men is probably one of the most empty, messy, humiliating, and degenerate experiences you can ever have.
But that's
And
what
yet
she's into.
so many men have poured into the streets for hours just to get their magic minute. The fact that there's so many men this desperate speaks to how far men are falling in modern society. Potentially because the very content they're
Yeah, the
consuming.
covers. Do you think they talk to each other? Do you think they talk to each other while they're waiting?
Where Bonnie Blue
I don't
becomes
think there's a lot of talking happening.
a multi-millionaire from these lonely guys spending all of their cash on this sort of stuff, being so desensitized to adult content since they were around 11 years old. Bonnie Blue often describes what she does as just giving pleasure, nothing more and nothing less. as this interpretation just justifies what she does, like some sort of charity. But if it
Small
is
talk.
just pleasure, then surely more pleasure for more
Big
people
potato
is
fan
better,
over
right?
here.
Well, this is all part of a wider sexualized move in society towards devaluing, reducing, and stripping things down, taking away the divinity of life, the
How did you hear about the event?
emotional connection, the build-up, even just the sanctity of love has been completely thrown away and commodified into a product, where the bodily sensation is
Oh,
all
come
that's
on.
left, with two people who just see each other as a means to an end. And Bonnie Blue's cartoonishly exaggerated stunts are just the epitome of how modern society has cheapened.
Isn't it just a means to an end when you do it to yourself too? Like, what? No, I'm sorry, guys. You should definitely not jerk off later because, you know, having that pleasure should be associated to love. And if you don't love, well, hopefully you love yourself. Does that count?
The act itself. Her popularity both with her volunteers and the wider internet just really shows what she does is perfectly designed to fit into modern culture. But this
That's what-
isn't
yeah,
the
you should
only
love
way
yourself,
that Bonnie Blue has
right?
been able to profit from exploiting modern society. She also allegedly fakes lots of her stunts in an attempt to get more attention. Recently, for example, Bonnie Blue had family members post videos of her being arrested by police. Thanks for all the support in the last 24 hours, her sister wrote in a post. This isn't something we wanted to get
Getting
out of, but
arrested
it
is
seems
not
there is
something
no
new.
privacy for her anymore. Yours sincerely, Tia's sister. Immediately, people began wondering what this was all about. Maybe she broke public indecency laws, or maybe she went under the legal age limit that she's been pushing for years. Instead though, people soon realized that this was almost certainly a fake marketing stunt, and that nearly everything her sister said was probably a lie. The police car's license plate
She
then
sees it
matched the
slightly
cop
as a
car
form of
often
charity,
used in
yeah.
movies and TV shows. It's
Especially
this
the barely
single-minded
legal
pursuit
stunt.
of attention that wins in our online attention-based economy, where degeneracy, extremity, and pure narcissism are awarded above all else. Bonnie Blue realized this and is willing to do absolutely anything so long as it contributes to this ultimate goal, including faking all of this stuff so she naturally floats to the top and finally becomes recognized and famous, no matter what for. And because it's been working so well for her, it's spurring on a whole other generation of girls to do the exact same thing. People like Lily Phillips have emulated her playbook in every single way. She's pulled the exact same stunts and she's most likely faked being arrested as well. Just recently, she also boasted that she actually broke Bonnie's new record by sleeping with 1,113 men in just 12 hours. Meanwhile, Bonnie has now been banned from bands after threatening to pull another stunt in London, this time with her locked in a box open to the public. Fans cited their rule against public stunts, although it comes too little too late really. They were happy to take their cut of massive earnings for years. Now they must calculate that she's more trouble than she's worth. It's almost like Bonnie Blue almost went too far, like she got too much attention and fame from this. Like Icarus, she flew too close to the sun, being seen courtside in basketball games, doing podcasts with people like Andrew Tate, and seemingly being known ubiquitously online. But she isn't exactly a villain in this story. However much money she made, she's still just a pawn on the board. A symptom of a wider, more degenerate problem across the West. I mean, she was only so
Is this what it takes to be a top Twitch streamer these days? I mean, controversy does get you attention. So sure. I mean, look at Amaranth, right? She started a bunch of like the metas for that a lot of current streamers use to get views and attention and money. So yeah. More of a kick stream thing? Nowadays, I would say so, yeah. Twitch has gone a little bit more strict on certain things. Kick is more, a lot less strict in comparison. I'll spread my legs for money? Okay, you but add some controversy, add some spice to it, and it might work.
successful because she fit the mold exactly for what our society rewards nowadays. The real money, billions of dollars, gets hoovered up by the platforms themselves. Like we mentioned before in this video about the man who owns all the adult content online. These kinds of people are profiting from the downfall of the West. I mean, even Bonnie Blue's claims of making nearly 10 million in a year pales in comparison to the 1.4
Yo,
billion
that'll be
in
her
revenue
stunt
that
next.
itself
At
pulls
church.
in. Let alone the fact that the top sites across the internet are always adult content sites, who are always owned by shady companies that have monopolized the entire industry. And the people running those companies are completely anonymous, doing everything they can to hide away from fame. People might even go so far as to call Bonnie a predator, because of all the stuff she says about taking young people's virginities. And as horrendous and attention-grabbing as that statement is, OnlyFans is actually making tons of money off real illegal predatory content. Videos of people taken without their consent, videos of crimes, and even worse, which is all then filtered through the platform, which has seen over 100 complaints of non-consensual videos on the site. And these These are just the ones that people know about and make a complaint about. With so much decentralized amateur content, it's almost impossible to tell. And the self-proclaimed feminist CEO tells the world that they're making adult content safer. They're giving power back to women by giving them control over their place in the industry and liberating women sexually, which is just classic tech bro drivel designed to cover up their real role in the wider economy, looking to take part the very fabric binding culture and civilization together so they can replace it with their own profit-sucking model instead, commodifying the human body. And by having so many of these band stars loudly and proudly discuss the money they make, whether it be 1 million or 5 million a month, they continue to hope this will tempt other people into giving this a try, to selling their body for clicks online. And we already know that the average person is never going to make any real money from this, and will actually end up ruining their life because of this, giving away their privacy and dignity permanently once the content is out there. Which is just the real tragedy of Bonnie Blue. She entered into the industry in the same way as thousands of other women. Where others failed, she excelled because she was willing to go further than anyone else. Now she acts as a living billboard for the benefits of it all, luring people into a decision that can have lifelong consequences.
Alright, well, I know what his opinion is. Okay, now that is a little bit of an introduction to Bonnie Blue from the eyes of a very specific, not neutral person. Then there's the recent news. So, as you can see, Bonnie Blue was the kind of person to cause controversy. She would use the barely legal statements to say that she would she would go to events like schoolies and freshies, depending on which country they have a different name for it. But basically, yeah, show what sex is to the barely legal, the 18-year-olds. And that was one of her first stunts. She does all kinds of stunts as well, and I think her latest one was the one in Bali, where she was, Bali, or Indonesia has a very strict law about porn. It is illegal there. So her filming porn in the country was going to land her 15 years in prison. She was aware of this. I believe she was aware of this. She knew she wasn't gonna get in trouble. She had a plan to say that that's was not what she was doing. She ended up being deported with just a small traffic violation fine. So yeah, let me show you the video that she posted about the little. She has this little bang bus that she uses, like I think in the UK and Australia and stuff. And she has to find her own little bang bus in Indonesia. So that's what this video is about. This is her from her own TikTok account.
In Bali.
She got lucky. I think she knew exactly what she was doing. I think, in my opinion, it was just another stunt for the publicity, which got her a lot of publicity. Yeah, she calls it the bang bus. But look at the style of bang bus that they got in Indonesia.
The brakes work.
Loud.
Had a shower, gonna go get my nails done in 30 minutes. And straight after my nails, off to see the Bali Bang Bus version. It's just gonna be like a truck. Well, it's gonna be a blue truck and I'm gonna paint Bonnie Blue on it.
You have one of those?
Exact camper van in Bali. Do have a really sweet idea.
She put the men in the back.
Gonna put a tiny bit of makeup on. If I was just getting my nails done, I wouldn't bother. But because I'm going straight to film my YouTube video of the Bali Bang Bus, I want to look somewhat presentable.
She did donate, I think, at least that was the plan. She did donate the bang bus to a dog shelter at the end when she didn't need it anymore. So I did like that.
We need to stop about here. No, a bit forward, Nick.
I can't currently find the truck. No one has door numbers. He's not gonna know that.
There is no problems with the van. We'd like to buy it to donate it to a dog shelter afterwards. Would you be able to translate this and tell the guy selling the van? Oh, okay. He's here,
This is not what people meant by teaching sex ed. It's a hands-on approach, you know?
Yeah.
Just picked up the Bonnie Blue Bang Bus in Bali. No aircon, why he's hanging out, can't move the seat, steering very questionable, doesn't have seatbelts, yeah.
The brakes work.
I don't know about Bang Bros. Do they have a Bang Bus though?
going to bed, replying to some messages, but feel very sleepy.
So that was the bang bus that she got. She put on a logo on top of it, and then she drived with it through Bali, gathering her men in it. So this is then what happened. This is the latest news.
It's finally over. Adult content creator Bonnie Blue is tonight being deported from Bali, a court finding her guilty of a traffic offence. It brings to an end an 8-day saga involving more than a dozen Australians.
A smile and a wave hello.
How are you? Hello, Bonnie. What are you feeling?
But now
She was not even a little bit worried.
it's goodbye to Bonnie Blue, blacklisted from Bali.
Oh, gotcha.
Hi, boys.
Hi.
The adult content creator, no stranger to the cameras, looking unfazed as she arrived at Denpasar District Court. Her accomplice, Queensland-based comedian Julian Woods.
What is the charge? A succulent Chinese meal?
But the time for joking was over. The conclusion swift. The court today finding Bonnie Blue guilty of a traffic violation, convicted of improperly using her ute. Seen here on social media cruising the streets picking up young men. The fine, a measly 19 Aussie dollars. But that was hardly the point. Deported and given a 10-year ban. This, the final act.
Not even a permanent ban. A 10-year ban. She can come back after 10 years. Now, will she be still doing adult content in 10 years? I don't know. She'll be 36. Why not?
Of a sordid story.
She'll be back.
It all started just over a week ago. Police raiding a studio, detaining Bonnie Blue and 14 Australians, also impounding the infamous ute. The investigation
I hope it went
focused
to
on
the
an
dog
alleged
shelter.
breach of the country's decency laws. No evidence was found she or anyone else was making pornography, but Balinese authorities wanted her out anyway. They threw the book at her, days of questioning garnering global attention. Eventually, it was decided that by filming other content, the adult star had breached her tourist visa.
Are you ready to go back to your country?
Tonight, the circus is finally
Go back to your country.
rolling out of town. Bali saying bye-bye to Bonnie Blue.
I've heard that
Matt
before.
Canellan, 9 News.
She cleared her wish list. All right. Now, there was a controversy around here. We don't have to watch for too long. But a few days ago, we didn't know what was going to happen to her. If she was going to get deported and fined, or if she was getting 15 years in jail. So that was I mean, it must have been at least a little bit scary for her. I don't know. Yeah, 19 Australian dollars, I believe.
Gotta talk about Bonnie Blue again. The adult content
So this is her original bus. It's a little bigger.
who was reportedly arrested in Bali. A lot of updates since we brought you this story. A, is there a possibility that her potential criminal case could be falling apart? B, could she be deported by this weekend? And C, we may have just gotten word about who snitched on her, how she was even brought to authorities' attention. There's a lot of updates. We're gonna break it all down with international law attorney David Tefuri. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Now, I got to say this real quick. If you're putting things out on social media, if you're in the content creation game, you might be wondering how we're able to put so many clips out there
Did
so
my boobs get
quickly.
smaller?
Well, I'll tell you,
Wait,
this
when?
is a secret. This is something we used. It is called Opus Clip. This is an all-in-one AI editor
No,
that makes it
stop it.
easy. Shorts, reels, most powerful tool there is to help Bali. Now, you remember the basics. Tia Billinger, 26-year-old British content creator, got arrested last week during a raid. Cops reportedly seized the bang bus, the condoms, the Viagra, the whole kit. She was apparently looking at up to 15 years in jail under Indonesia's brutal anti-porn laws. It's wild stuff. But here is where the plot has thickened just in the last 48 hours since we covered all this. And it is, by the way, a masterclass in how a legal story can pivot very, very quickly. So first, the supposed snitch who turned Bonnie in, he's apparently talking. According to news.com.au, an expat who helped tip off police has come forward. This person apparently says they literally followed her, quote, gangbang bus around Bali. They told the media that the cops were initially confused, saying, quote, they just couldn't comprehend it. But once it was explained what she was allegedly doing, that she was allegedly, quote, bragging about sleeping with...
What is she doing? What? Sex? What's that? What was that? Oh, the thingy goes in the... Oh, that's what she's doing? In public? What?
Schoolies, and that the footage was going to go
Sucking!
worldwide. That is when authorities...
She better not
moved
be
in.
filming
Now,
it!
what was this snitch's motive? Reputation. Flat out said, Bali is not Thailand. Bali is not the Philippines. We don't want Bonnie Blue's gangbang from Bali being posted and shared around the world.
No,
and then,
not in
Bonnie
Indonesia.
herself faced the music and
no
smirked.
porn for you, sir.
She was pictured walking into an immigration office, smiling. When reporters asked if she'd make more explicit content in Bali, she hit him with this: subscribe and you'll find out. Now, she did
subscribe
say
and you'll
the
find
bang
out
bus
is wild.
over, okay? But here is the critical legal update from the Daily Mail as well. Their reporting suggests that this whole potential case might be deflating. Why? So according to their sources, Bonnie Blue and the 3 other men that were arrested are now telling investigators they weren't making pornography at all.
They weren't
They're
making
claiming
porn.
it was a, quote, entertainment-themed reality program, that it was designed to look spicy
she
for
uses
social media,
that for
but
real
within
as
the
a cool.
bounds of Indonesian law. And get this, a police spokesperson is quoted as saying, no pornographic activities or acts have been found in the collaborative content.
Oh, no.
So if it's not porn, what's left? Well, here's where the police chief comes in. So the police chief reportedly said, so far, no pornographic elements have been identified, but there are strong indications of traffic law violations
Traffic
and
violation.
immigration offenses.
Oh, no.
And the investigation is reportedly focused
That won't
now
get you
on these
15
visa
years.
violations, these
Anywhere
alleged
nowhere
visa
close.
violations. So working on commercial content while on a tourist visa, traffic offenses with the bus apparently being registered one way, but it was painted a different way. And because of all this, the Daily Mail is reporting that a deal may be in the works. So potentially a
deal to
fine
pay
for these
19
lesser
Australian
infractions,
buckaroos and
Bonnie
go
Blue
back
would
to
be
your
deported
country.
as early as this weekend, instead of going to prison for over a decade.
No
now
prison.
we've gone from an international crime story to what might be just a messy immigration spat. The question is, will the authorities...
She probably did like a prison stunt afterwards, you know, like a prison with fake officers.
believe this was
Oh
just
no, police officer! Whatever can I do?
reality show? Is that a real defense? Are they going to throw the book at her anyway? This is a
No,
really
the
serious
doggo does
issue.
not
So
show up in the porn. Don't worry about it. The doggo is well taken care of.
we want to reset real quick. You've probably seen Bonnie Blue online. By the way, in case you don't know, this is who we're talking about.
I'm the girl that rage baits, the one that takes your son's virginity and has no issue making your husband cheat.
So yeah, Bonnie Blue, Tia Billinger, 26-year-old British adult content creator known for her very
Fake
public,
prisoners like
very
her.
provocative stunts.
But it's so annoying.
She's
like,
the
I have a
fake
shower,
prisoner.
makeup, hair, and then it's within minutes, like completely destroyed.
Can we do a
I've
Bonnie
just
Blue?
been-
What? Excuse me?
The players got a very red eye.
And last week, she took that act to
Oh, she
Bali,
got some jizz in her
Indonesia.
eye.
And that is where she was reportedly arrested in a major police raid. Authorities accused her
Jizz
of producing
in my
pornography, which
eye.
is a serious criminal offense in Indonesia, not some minor charge. She was staring down the possibility of 15 years in jail. And that was the massive, scary story as of earlier this week. But since then, this case has taken some incredible turns.
I
We've
bet
talked
she's
about
done
the
some
snitch coming
videos,
forward,
role-playing
and
as a
reports that
teacher.
The entire prison threat might be falling apart. The latest development is huge. There's more we want to talk about. So for that, let me bring on somebody who we just talked with last time.
Be respectful,
we were breaking
guys.
this story. Very fast-moving legal twist. International law attorney David Teferi. David, thank you so much for coming back on to talk about this because there's these new developments. So let's
Really?
start with the new video that came out from The Sun. Bonnie Blue arriving for
And
questioning.
the female prison guard got caught having sex with the inmates last? Probably. I bet there's so
at the
many stories
immigration
like
office
that.
in Bali, and according to the report on the scene, when asked by reporters if she intended to make more explicit content in Bali, she replied, "Subscribe and you'll find out." Feels a little bit like poking the bear.
It does. First of all, you did a great summary of
Little
where
weird
we
finding
are
her-
now,
oh, I
but there's
bet.
still a lot of questions, and the most recent developments raise new questions. The video of her.
Hey, y'all people give me that $5 grand. You're welcome.
Ah, Matan Evans. Yes! He also did an interview on her. It's a different style of interview for sure.
Going to the
It's very
immigration
interesting.
authorities is interesting.
Thank
because
you for the
she's smiling,
$9.99.
she
Thank
seems
you.
happy. She doesn't seem to be someone who is regretful for her actions. She's scantily clad, which again, as we discussed last time, is not really how you're supposed to dress in Bali, because Bali, despite it being a tourist destination, is a very...
Okay, listen. There's a difference between you're not supposed to and it's illegal, okay? If it's not illegal, then she's going to do it because that's good publicity for her.
conservative culture, and the locals there are very conservative. Women usually cover themselves, at least their shoulders and their thighs, and she wasn't. And so this wasn't what you would expect her to do if she's getting good defense counsel and legal advice. You would think she would.
Bad to teach her role playing would probably actually teach. Probably would. You know, we can teach something from everybody. We can learn something from everybody. I mean,
she would try to clear up the misinformation and reassure the Indonesian authorities that she didn't intend to break the law. As you also mentioned, it's not clear if the Indonesian authorities have found any pornographic materials, and that's why maybe their prosecution won't go forward on violation of the pornography law. But you could also expect that it's going to take them some time to look through everything she has. Apparently, they have cards from her video cameras. They have to look through her phone. I don't know if she had a computer that might have been seized as well. So sometimes it takes a little while to find content that is disturbing.
So is it possible this idea of creating a racy, entertainment-themed reality program that was for promotional purposes on social media to get views, to get clicks, that wouldn't be necessarily a violation? That there has to be actual sex acts that are filmed, and would make it worse if it was produced and distributed for commercial purposes. If it's merely making a suggestive stunt, that wouldn't necessarily be a violation of Indonesian law.
That's right. And that seems to be what she is saying. However, she would have to be very clever if that's what happened, because she was simultaneously putting up on social media that she intended to engage in sexual activities with these schoolies that recently graduated, or university students from Australia. And so it's, at least according to her public statements and things that she put on social media, she had the intention of engaging in sexual activities. Also, there's some reporting to suggest that this game that they were...
But the thing about Bonnie Blue, right? She will have sex with people for free with no porn involved if it doesn't get filmed. So she can do all of this promotion, even have the sex acts happening, just not film it, and then it's not considered porn.
Filming when they were raided by the police was supposed to result then in sexual activity. It's just that the police came...
Sex is not illegal in Indonesia though, is it? Huh?
Too soon. And maybe she got lucky in that sense, that they were going to engage in some sexual activities and film them, which would violate the law, but they just didn't get there yet, and the police came too early.
Why do you think the police came out and said this? So the police spokesperson saying there's no pornographic activities or acts that have been found in the collaborative content. I mentioned a similar statement from the police chief. Why would they make those statements?
She has pretty eyes.
I'm not sure. That doesn't seem very wise, again, because they probably haven't reviewed everything yet, and maybe this police officer is just trying to be very candid, or perhaps...
Okay, well, we got the gist of it. It was just another stunt, in my opinion, and it got her a lot of publicity, you know? Apparently, she's not new to the fake arrests, or like, where it looks like she's gonna get in trouble, but she's not. And then she can make a lot of content based on that in the country where it is legal. This is another example of a video she made, I believe.
Spend the day with me doing Australia schoolies, Gold Coast.
So what she'll do before she starts an event, right? She'll say, "Oh, I'm heading to your country or city or whatever," and then she's like, you know, you ready to have sex? Bring your dad, whatever." It's so provocative. That's loud.
Addy. is so cool. Hang on, I'm gonna get a video of this.
Can we get a photo? Bonnie, can we get a photo?
Look at all the barely legals, guys. I all want to get a photo with Bonnie. Yeah, oh, for sure. Oh no. Look at the barely legal t-shirts that they're wearing.
Let's go!
What? Wait, what? Can I take a photo of this FaceTime call?
Mum, someone's on
I need to
FaceTime
take-
with Bonnie Blue right in front of us.
Well, I just turned 18. I'm barely legal. Yes! And
I just turned 18. I'm barely legal. Where can I find you?
as soon as you get out of the elevator, turn left, knock, I'll be there. Yeah? I'm barely legal.
Oh my god. This is another promotion?
Middle-aged mums, and especially those who signed the petition last year. Boys and the middle-aged mums, and especially those who signed the petition last year to get me banned from doing schoolies. Well, guess what? Not only is the Bonnie Blue bang bus in surfers, but so are my fluids. My fluids are going to be dripping around the Gold Coast, and I cannot wait for your son
My fluids are gonna be dripping.
to taste them and put them to very good use. Boys and the middle-aged mums, and especially those
So crazy, man. No, she's not. I don't know if she's selling the spits, but usually I think I've seen her with like the t-shirt, like the barely legal t-shirt, and they'll just spit on it and give it to the person who got it, you know? So I guess the spit is just a way to make it easier. Yeah, bathwater, don't forget. Okay, so we're going to go through an interview. This one was my favorite interview. It was a lot more casual, and I got some time stampies. Got some time stampies to help us.
Hannibal on OnlyFans. It's like they need you right now.
By the time I'd post the videos, December I'd hit 40.
So this was 5 months ago, and she had been banned from OnlyFans at this point. 12 minutes.
But wait, innit?
No, I've switched.
Oh,
I
right.
mean, well, it's the other side of the world, so whichever way you go,
true.
it's the same. I keep saying this to my grandma, longer haul flights are so much better than like your 4 or 5 hour flights.
Yeah. So what made you come home then?
I got kicked out.
Why?
So I came back to the UK to do freshers, and I was promoting that I was going back to Australia to sleep with loads of schoolies. Schoolies is the same as what we have in the UK. Freshers, they call it schoolies over there. I was doing TikToks to say, hey boys, I'm going to be back in Australia soon. Can't wait to sleep with loads of 18-year-olds, take loads of virginities. Long story short, a petition started saying, let's get Bonnie Blue banned from Australia.
Right.
She's sleeping with underage boys, they're not consenting, and they're under the influence. I dismissed this petition because that is false.
Yeah.
It's not true information. So
I don't know about... Okay, so consensual? Yeah, definitely consensual. Illegal? Yeah, they bring their IDs and everything. Under the influence? Probably not when they make the decision, but when they're there, if you're going to like events like schoolies, freshers, there's going to be a lot of alcohol involved, right? So I'm not sure how true that statement is.
I was under the belief you can't get banned from a country from false allegations.
Well, false ID, yeah, I'm not sure how they would confirm that, but...
Yeah. That's not true. You can get banned for not having broken the law.
Really?
So they went straight onto TV, they reached out to the press, and they revoked my visa.
What? So you're doing the OF stuff then in kind of Australia?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the turning point of doing it? Do you know what I mean? Did you start it in Australia?
Oh,
Yeah,
crap,
so I
I'm
went to
kind of
Australia.
in the way
What
here.
was the reason then?
It just went after I had my 2 years off. I needed to stop work again. I was like, I just don't want to go and sit back in an office. I want freedom. I want flexibility. I want to be in control.
Yeah.
And OnlyFans was a way out of me.
100% still. If it ever comes out that she actually slept with someone under the age of 18, that chat would ruin her, because this is like the big controversy around her, right? People calling her predator, but she can always come out of it in a positive light, in the sense that she hasn't done that. As soon as she does, yeah, that's a big problem for her.
Working in an office.
How did you first hear about it?
Through TikTok. I mean, I knew about OnlyFans, but I started to see a lot more people speaking about it on TikTok.
Right. And then the conversation with your boyfriend then?
He gave me the confidence to do it.
What do you mean?
He had like seen me and heard me watching these TikToks about girls doing OnlyFans and camming, and he was like, yeah, I think you should do it. You'd be brilliant at it. You're beautiful, and I think you'd earn good money.
So looking back, if you turned around and said, I don't want you to do it, would you have done it?
Probably not at the start, no. He gave me the confidence. If it wasn't for him, I never would have had the confidence to do it.
That's interesting. So did he kind of, I think grooming is the wrong word, but
yeah, grooming's the wrong word.
But he pushed you to kind of do it?
He didn't push me, he gave me the confidence.
So he's the one that made Frank.
I mean, especially because in the beginning, it wasn't about her having sex with other guys, right? A lot of OF models, when they start out, they do the stuff with their, like, with their boyfriends, or, you know, or alone. So this guy didn't have much to worry about. She was basically just using her body to get money from people off the internet, complete random strangers, right?
Frankenstein monster.
So a lot of the times, these boyfriends, they don't have an issue with that.
I mean, if you want to say it like that, but I never felt pretty enough. I was like, people won't want to subscribe to me, or they won't want to watch me. Whereas he was like, look, you're stunning, you're beautiful. I think people would really enjoy speaking to you online. I think they'd enjoy watching your videos. So he gave me the confidence from that sense. And had seen before how unhappy I was, sitting in rush hour, sitting in an office, and working this repetitive life all the time.
Yeah.
And he was like, give it a go. If it makes you happy, do it. And if it doesn't, you don't need to do it. So it wasn't forced. I didn't need to do it. He didn't tell me, look, you know, do it for money. It was that he wanted me to be happy and get that freedom.
So when you have that conversation with your boyfriend, who kind of brings it up? He brings it up first, or do you say, oh, I'm looking at this kind of stuff, this is what I'm thinking of doing?
The whole time it was just like a joint conversation. It wasn't a, hey, sit down, I want to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
He, from the start, knew it was something I was thinking about, and he was like, yeah, just go for it.
And I'm presuming your funds are getting low then in Australia?
Yeah, both of us knew we had to go back to work at this point. Like, we didn't want to keep burning through savings. We had to go back to work.
And is the plan to stay in Australia or come back to the UK?
I took my pets there. It was like a permanent move.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So you have the conversation, and he says, go on camming, okay? And I presume, is camming just being naked in front of a camera then?
You can do whatever you want. You could just speak to them. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to get naked. But when I did it, I got naked and did like dildo play.
First time?
First time.
So how was that for you, kind of turning that corner? Do you know what I mean?
I was so nervous.
Right.
I'd never done it before, never really watched porn, didn't know what to expect. And I was expecting the person on the opposite, you know, and experienced.
So kind of then the money starts coming in, it's slow, you get straight back at it, and you're just comfortable. Are there any kind of weird requests at the time, or you just...
Weird requests. Well, when I used to cam, I had this guy who just loved...
I'd rather not catch an STD. At least I can bang on Sky or bang my partner freely, for sure. For sure. But, yeah, I mean, some people might be into something else, and that's her case. And people who are into having sex with strangers and people that you're not necessarily have a relationship with. And as long as you keep it safe, you know?
Loved the idea of me watching him. So he would open up, he had this cupboard in his office, and it'd have guys, well, condoms.
Oh, this was a weird one.
And in these condoms, they was like already filled with cum. He would put...
Why does someone have a cupboard full of condoms with cum that's not even theirs? What kind of crazy perverted things do you have to be into to have a cupboard full of other people's condoms? Like, what? You just have it ready to go. You just just have it ready to go. You just reach out and get a condom. Does he have like names on it too? Like when you have, you know, sex tapes of different people, you have like a different name on. Oh my god.
Them condoms onto his dick and would wank off into the condoms so that it was a mixture of his cum and the guy's cum. He did that 3 times and then would have 3 items of food in front of him. He'd rinse the condoms onto the food and then eat it.
Does that not make you gag, like all of that?
No, the first time I watched it, I was like, wow, okay, that's crazy. And then I was like, who am I to judge him? That's his fantasy, that's what he enjoys. I thought it was more impressive, the fact he could do it 3 times and stay hard.
And how much kind of money are you earning on the cam business side of things?
Cameron was like 1,000 a day.
Oh, so it got to about 1,000 a day,
Yeah.
which is really good money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And boyfriend's still cool with it. Are
Yeah.
you kind of telling him the stories of what you're seeing, like this guy done that and etc.?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then you want to stay in Australia then? Australia, you're happy with him, etc. £1,000, $1,000. Life is good. What do you do with that money? Are you kind of saving it or?
I was just saving it.
Yeah. So then when does this go up a notch then? Well, it's fucking gone up about 10 notches in about 3 seconds, but...
Within a few months,
yeah.
I started making sex tapes
With who?
with other OnlyFans creators.
Cinnamon rolls? Oh gosh, I don't even know where you're going with that. I don't know if I want to know.
Men?
Yes.
Okay, so how does that conversation go with your
So I
partner?
started setting up an Instagram page for Bonnie Blue, and then other OnlyFans creators would reach out and say, hey, do you want to make a sex tape? Do you want to make content?
And the name Bonnie Blue, where did that come from?
I just Googled it.
What do you mean?
I literally Googled porn names.
And it just came up?
And it was like a whole list of names. Bonnie was one side, Blue was the other side. And I was like, perfect, I'll go Bonnie Blue.
Okay, cool. And then so then the conversation with your partner, like I'm going to now introduce
It has absolutely no meaning.
another person into here. How did that
She's
conversation-
not even into the color blue.
It was just very normal. We had a very, very open relationship. Communication wasn't an issue. So I was like, oh, this person's message, they want to do a collab. And both of us like, yeah, that'd be brilliant. That would really help your OnlyFans.
And how many years had you been with him at that point?
That was coming up to the 10 years.
That was 10 years?
Yeah.
Did you not find that strange?
No, because he was seeing, at this point, he'd, was more involved with helping me.
I like that one, Steele.
And was like, okay, this could change our life. We could live a lot more comfortably. We could go on luxury.
Are you still in love with him? Or is it kind of fizzled out? 10 years is a...
Yeah, I'm not in love with him anymore. I still care.
Obviously then, but I'm talking about when you're then, at that junction, when you're kind of introducing other men, are you still in love with him then?
We'd started to grow apart at that point.
Okay, fair enough. You get married, right?
I got married when I was 20.
Okay, so how many years, I just need a timeline. How many years before the OnlyFans were you
I'd been married 4 years.
Okay, cool. How's married? How's the wedding? Good?
Nice.
Australia, on a beach?
No, it was in the UK
Oh,
before I
come
went
on.
to Australia.
Back home. Okay, cool. So it's financial though. That is the end goal, right?
At the time, yeah.
Okay, cool. So then you hear about OnlyFans, you want to do OnlyFans, you start collabing with people.
Yeah.
He's cool with it.
Yes.
How does that go then? Is it straight away just skyrockets?
No, because I didn't have a social media, platform. I didn't have a big following. Like, you can upload a sex tape, but if you've not got the followers and subscribers,
Yeah.
who's going to buy it?
Right.
This was the pre-controversial era when she was trying to figure out how to put her name out there, so she didn't have a big following yet at the moment. Hey, Athletics, how are you doing today?
So I was earning okay money. It was like 14,000, 15,000 a month.
Right.
So it was good, but it wasn't crazy.
Some would say that's amazing.
Yeah, it was, but I knew I was good at it.
Right.
I knew when people, did find me, when
Yeah.
subscribers actually finally came across my profile, they really liked me and liked the content I made. So I knew I could earn more
Oh,
money.
it's absolutely fantastic. But she's saying that she had a lot of potential. And the thing that happens with these types of industries, right? A lot of the times you have this window of opportunity to make money. And at some point that ends. It could be because of age. It could be because of, you ramped it up for so long that you hit a plateau, right? And then you're sort of like fizzle out. So if she wanted to make like really a lot of money, she noticed that she had the potential to make a lot more. She just had to make sure that people could find her.
I just needed to reach, I guess, a bigger audience.
And how did they find you? Is it just word of mouth? I don't know. How did it's just you advertising? Because you've got to be careful on what you advertise, right?
Yeah. So Instagram was growing slowly, but it's hard to grow social media. It's not easy, especially when you don't buy fake followers.
Yeah.
I did the schoolies event in Australia.
Right.
That was the 18-year-olds. They all come down to the Gold Coast, which is where I lived at the
Whose
time.
idea was it to do the schoolies?
Mine.
Okay, where did that come from?
My inbox started to get, you know, a good amount of messages saying, hey, I'm going to be on the Gold Coast, let's make a sex tape.
Right,
And
from like loads of people?
Yes.
Right.
And at the time I was like, well, no, you only work with other OnlyFans creators. Like, you don't sort of make content with strangers. It's people fake it and they always go, oh yeah, fuck a fan and oh, fuck a fan competition.
Yeah.
But they don't go through with it.
Right.
But then when I looked in like to the terms and conditions of OnlyFans, I was like, you can't.
What I think is really interesting about Bonnie Blue is that she completely went beyond what anyone else was doing, right? A lot of OnlyFans models and actresses and sex workers are like not, you can't reach them. No matter how much good content they put out there, no matter how much you dream about being with them, you can't, right? You have this content, this digital content to look at and enjoy, and that's it. And Bonnie Blue took that to the next level where she's actually reachable, she's actually approachable, she's actually someone that you can have sex with. You don't even have to pay for it, you know? You go to the events, you're there, you wait in line and you're in, you know? Which is so different from what anyone else was doing.
Actually fuck a random person, you don't need an OnlyFans.
Right.
And teen content has always been hot and sold really well.
Make new friends on the way, yeah.
So I was like, actually, fuck it, why don't I try the schoolboy content?
Right, and was you worried about the backlash of kind of schoolboy, that kind of, the term itself?
I didn't realise I was going to get the amount of backlash.
Okay.
I did a social media post and said, hey, if you're 18 plus, coming to the Gold Coast, like, drop me a message and let's make a tape.
Is this your first time doing kind of multiple in one go?
Yeah. Before I'd probably done maybe 1, 2 or 3 OnlyFans collabs in a week. Aside from that, I hadn't been hitting big numbers.
Right, and are you just thinking, how can I elevate my content? Is this...
Oh, she's way beyond local money at this point.
Just the thought process of how can I elevate this, do you know what I mean?
I definitely knew I needed to grow and I wanted to grow and I wanted to reach a bigger audience and I wanted to find a niche, but I didn't know what that was going to look like.
Right, so you set up an event in the Gold Coast.
It wasn't an event, the event was already happening. It's like Freshers Week. It's already going on.
Okay, right, it's like parties, right,
yeah.
right.
Schoolies is the exact same. They finish school and they travel to this area called the Gold Coast.
Right.
They go there.
It's like a spring break.
Yeah, it's the spring break in Australia.
Right, you go to schoolie and you encounter a lot of, I'm trying to just get my wording right because I don't want to get cancelled, do you know what I mean?
So schoolies, people blame me a lot of the time. They're like, oh, I'm such a creep, I'm such a predator, I've made up this word schoolies.
Right.
I haven't, that is what it's called in Australia.
Okay.
Like you have spring break, like you have freshers, in Australia it's called schoolies.
Right, you go there and you're just with multiple guys in one day?
It started off like 5, 6 a day.
Okay, and then how was that for you when you did 5 or 6 in one day?
Fine, well, when I first did the Instagram post and said, hey, I want 18-year-olds, within that evening, I was on Daily Mail, like Daily Star.
How old was you, sorry? When
I was 24.
Right,
well, like I just turned 25.
Right. And you're obviously hitting the papers straight away.
Yeah.
And then how is that for you? Like, I'm in all these papers.
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought, wow.
I'm sweating just thinking about which part?
This is amazing. You don't really see sex workers on mainstream press a lot of the time. And I was like,
yo, she knew she was doing good when like her first like crazy idea actually gains traction, you know? 5 times, well, it's easier for women, you know? It's easier for women.
Like there's clearly a much bigger story here that I've not realised yet. If the press and the papers are blowing this up, there's clearly something I've not realised. I've hit the jackpot and I've not realised exactly why yet.
And are you happy because it just equals more like subs?
Well, it didn't make sense for my mum to go and watch.
What traction? All the newspapers were talking about her.
Up shit for what, 20k a year?
Thank
when I
you,
earn double that in a day.
Yep.
I'd prefer her to spend more time with the family and her friends. Same with my dad. There's no reason why he should keep missing out on family events and doing things he wants to do when I could cover the cost.
So when you
okay, so here she's talking about her parents working for her because at some point she makes so much money where it's like, okay, my parents are not retired yet. They're still working very hard. 2 jobs that are like, you know, not the most chill jobs. And she was just like, hey, just Just quit your jobs, come work for me. You don't have to do much, mostly nothing at all. And it makes sense, you know?
You say they work for you. Do they work for you, or have you just really like tired them and said?
It's a
do you
bit,
know what I mean?
bit of both.
Is it a bit of a wordplay? Do you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
work for me, but do they actually?
My mum will help with. I mean, my mum has cleaned up after a gangbang.
Oh
before.
no.
I got a wiener.
She is a little bit of a rough 25, right? I mean, when I first saw her, I was like, yeah, she does not look 26 at all. She does look a lot older. She had a lot of work done, which I think contributes to that. ETX, hi, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate your support. I agree. She still looks great, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, why? You could just get any cleaner.
I know, I told her that.
Right.
I told her that. I said to Mum,
Yeah, Mom, you don't have to come clean after all the 1,000 men just finished railing me. And she's like, no, it's okay. I'm not doing anything else. You hired me anyway. You hired me. I have all the time in the world to go and clean all those condoms and the mess you left.
Mum, don't worry, I'll get a cleaner.
Right.
Like, no, I don't mind. I want to help. Like, my family aren't lazy. They've always worked for their money. So then when I started giving them money and I said, look, I've actually got no job for you because they can't be involved in my content. My dad can't be filming it and my mum, you know, can't be pushing the dildo in. Like, it's
pushing the dildo in. That's not what's happening, guys. It's not weird like that. She just cleans it up afterwards. She just comes over and cleans it up afterwards.
There's a very much divide between how much they're involved.
But are they on site then when these things are happening?
No. So when I did this particular gangbang, it was in Nottingham. My parents live in Nottingham. My mum was like, no stress, I'll come and help clear up.
Collecting them how, Clumsy? Like putting it on her sandwich?
Wow. Close the door, please. Now, sorry, I'm just. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so 40 grand a month,
Yeah.
Oz. You're viral in Oz, Daily Mail, press, everything. You're famous, right?
No, not famous, but like some people would ask for a photo. I was starting to get a name.
And then how is that for you to accept? Like people are stopping you on a regular basis.
It became so normal. I don't know
Salty.
why. I'm not ever experienced being with someone that's famous or had that happen to them, but it sort of just felt normal and I
Just
never.
part of what it is.
Yeah, like I don't know why it felt normal. I've got no reason.
Yeah.
I wasn't chasing fame. I never got into OnlyFans thinking I want to be famous.
Right.
Because the sort of, I hate the word famous, but the level of attention I get now.
Is that?
Sort of, yeah, to a certain extent is famous or whatever people want to say. OnlyFans people had never gone down the path I had. So if it was me chasing fame, I would have tried to do something else.
Sure.
OnlyFans people before have been kept, it's always been very different. They've not
Sure.
been praised.
But I think it's safe to say you're probably the most famous OnlyFans content creator. Is it fair to say?
Yeah, it feels cocky, but
No,
yeah,
no. It is what it is. You've earned the right, if you want to, if you want to put it like that. So you're kind of at the forefront of this. You are in the Champions League of
The Champions League of OnlyFans. Woohoo! Can you put that in a plate?
of kind of OF. Okay, so then Australia.
I got a new winner! Not just every morning, like every 40 seconds during that the 12 hours where she did 1,000 men. Every 40 seconds, got a new winner!
Then you become so big that Australia kick you out.
So I was still living in Australia then, so this was December.
Yeah.
Fast forward to March,
Right.
you've got spring break
In America.
in America.
Right.
I was like, wow, this worked so well in Australia. It built my Australian
Right.
market up a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's take it to America. How best, I know this works, I've done it before.
Yeah.
I went to spring break and fucked 122 students in 2 weeks.
Okay, and then the number-wise, are you kind of aiming for high numbers, or is it just a case of, I'm used to it now?
It was more, the more people I slept with, the more videos I got. The
Right.
more videos I got, the more money I earned. So that was where I was chasing the numbers.
So are you chasing the content as opposed to the sex? Do you know what I mean? Or are
It's a bit of
they
both.
the same thing? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bit of both.
The notoriety, you're kind of, you want that as opposed to the... And just to flip it on its head, obviously, if a 24-year-old man was doing that, can you appreciate it? Don't think he would get as much.
Here we go into the fact that she goes for that controversial young boys content, the barely legal schoolboys.
Much notoriety as what you, do you know what I mean?
I don't know, male porn.
At what point does she stop? Is she not already rich? She is 100% could like retire for the rest of her life, but She is still she got to the point of making a lot of money extremely quickly. She is still going at it. Like, she still has the energy to keep going a while further, you know? Why not? Why not keep it going? Get some more millions before she stops.
Porn stars have always done schoolgirls and they do very well.
Have they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even know it was a thing. I thought that would be supremely frowned upon, no?
No, I don't think
So they
I've
go
ever
and they do like virgins and stuff like that. Is that an actual thing?
Yeah, like I've never seen Johnny Sins get anything but respect.
I don't know this gentleman, and I'm not even lying.
He, like, male porn star, so everyone says, I'm a predator. If this was a guy, they'd be arrested, they'd be in jail.
Right.
Couldn't be further from the truth. If
Right.
you go on Pornhub, you go on OnlyFans, the most searched category is schoolgirls. And that...
Okay, this is true, okay? Okay, any of you who've watched porn, I know it's like very close to 100% of you guys know that that is true. It is so common. That fantasy is so common. The schoolgirl fantasy. With the, you know, the uniform specifically.
Is guys fucking girls dressed as schoolgirls, which is very fake.
Yeah.
At least what I'm doing is true and it's real. It's not role play.
That's the thing that's interesting too, right? She's not faking it. She's not making a sex tape with a bunch of actors that are dressed as schoolboys, right? She's actually going to the schoolboys that are obviously 18 and up. But yeah.
It's fake because it's role play, but
Yeah.
you're actually at that
Yeah, exactly. They're doing role play, but she's not. She's actually doing it.
age group. You're hitting the actual age group. I'm saying, could a 24-year-old man actually do that age group?
Yeah,
it
they
would
could
be
definitely
supremely.
fuck an 18-year-old. I've fucked porn stars double my age.
Yeah.
No one's got an issue with that.
And I think it's that just because they're just turning into adults. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
a
that's
very,
the best age.
It's the
Why is it
innocence.
the best age?
It's fun. They're not experienced. You get to teach them.
Are you a teacher now?
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
She's a teacher.
What do you want me to teach you?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Do you want a lesson on how to suck dick?
No, I wouldn't want a lesson in that. Why would I want a lesson in that? No, Diddy. No, Diddy. Okay, cool. All right. So you go America.
Yeah.
Have you been kicked out of Australia at this moment?
Not yet.
Okay, cool. You go Australia, America.
Yeah.
It goes well over there. Do they already
Really,
know
really
you
well.
from there?
Yeah, so when I went to spring break, it was in a hotel. I was expecting to hand out, I'd got business cards ready, like it had my
What did it say on
QR
it?
code. It was like, come film with me, and I had my mobile number. I was expecting to be handing out these business cards, no one have any idea who I am.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I was there for 2 weeks. I was like, I'll spend the first 2-3 days.
Turns out she goes to the US and everybody knows who she is already. Yo, hey, Puss in Boots. She looks like Farrah Abraham. Let me look that up. Let me look that up. Oh, I see the high cheeks. I see it.
Saying hi to people and basically recruit 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds at spring break to come fuck me.
Yeah.
I, prior to that, had been doing TikTok saying, hey boys, I'm coming to spring break this year. I'd love you to use my holes. Those
I'd love you to use my holes. She's so controversial and I love it. I'm sorry, I just do.
did better than I expected because
These
as soon
lines
as I
are
got to spring break,
great.
everyone already sort of knew who I was.
Right. You go out there. Is Josh the cameraman at this point?
No.
I want to talk about Josh because he's part of your team now.
Yes.
We want to know how you recruited Josh. So Josh, get ready.
No, because now I've learned how much pleasure you can have.
Okay.
So this is what's interesting, right? She gets to a point where she's making a lot of money and she could choose to stop doing it, right? If she's in any way uncomfortable, if she's like, you know, I've used my body enough for this purpose, I can retire or do something else, do something fun, just go on vacation permanently, right? She could choose to do all that because she has enough money. But she realizes that she actually likes doing it. It's not just work, it's actually something that she enjoys. And I think that's what differs her from a lot of other content creators in this space because they're doing it while uncomfortable, doing it simply for the money. They keep going, but they don't really want to. They don't enjoy what they're doing. And that's what I like about Bonnie because she owns it. She says, this is something I like. I lean into the fetish that I enjoy, which is the gangbangs. She does exactly the kind of content that makes her happy. She puts herself in the middle of like tons of guys, right? That's the sort of stunts that she pulls every time. So yeah, I respect that.
So now you're saying it's not about
Passion project. It turns into a passion
the money
project.
anymore.
It's a bit of both. Obviously, the money. I need money to host events and travel. and maintain my lifestyle, but I also receive a lot of pleasure.
Are you scorned from the failed marriage? Be
Am I
honest.
what?
Are you scorned from it? Like,
What do you
Are
mean?
you like, I don't, what's, is it? Are you like? Is the failed marriage in your head as kind of like, I failed at something, so now I'm gonna just be someone else?
No.
I don't want to get too psychologically deep with you.
It's fine. No, I generally.
That's
Also, going back to America, you do the spring break.
Yeah.
The money's through the roof,
Mhm.
and then you get kicked out of Australia, right?
Not yet.
Okay, so you go back to Australia.
I go back to Australia.
And they're like, Struth, mate, get the fuck out of here.
Not just yet. So
Right.
then I did a trip to the US. So I came back from Cancun,
Right.
did a few months in Australia, went to the US for a couple of weeks, and I did. What did I do? I started doing like collabs with more porn stars.
Right.
I was building more of a name for myself. I was doing OnlyFans collabs with people with bigger followings and becoming more of a, I guess, porn star.
So can I ask why the porn star route when you're making probably more than porn stars?
It was.
Is this before the arrest? Yeah, we already covered the arrest. There was honestly not much to it. She went to Indonesia. She crossed some lines. Someone outed her for making porn, and turns out she wasn't really making porn. She was just like, she was pulling a stunt basically to get her in the papers, to get her in the news, to get her name out there, and it worked. She got deported in the end. She got a fine of 19 Australian dollars, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, she just pulled a stunt and got more publicity out of it. Turns out she didn't actually have anything filmed, so they can't prove she did anything wrong, anything illegal, so bam, done. And there wasn't much to it. She didn't get arrested for too long. She was questioned for like 8 days, which was a lot, but in the end, it didn't have anything on her besides traffic violation. Can you believe it? And apparently she took it really well throughout the whole thing, so I really have a feeling that she wasn't really worried the whole time at all. It was just a stunt.
Is that for notoriety then? You want
Much like a lot of other stuff she does, you know?
More like in between these stunts meaning like schoolies and spring break, I obviously wanted to continue making content, and people enjoy the amateur content with strangers, but they also enjoyed porn stars.
More energy.
Right.
And I wanted
work.
to give my subscribers the best of both worlds. I didn't want to just say,
vagina work in
hey,
this
come
case.
to me for 18-year-olds. Any other content, you're going to have to go elsewhere.
Right.
I wanted my platform to be open to everyone.
So you want to dominate the market, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, expand the market. Okay, fair enough. And then, so what's the difference between a shoot like that and a shoot that you kind of are in charge of?
I mean, it's different because, I mean, these were still OnlyFans one. They wasn't like paid professional shoots.
Right.
But they're very much experience. You're focused on the cameras. You might have a camera person in the room filming.
Yeah.
It's more about the video as opposed to feeling.
Okay, and I will ask who's the best people that you've collabed with. I don't want details, please.
Best people. There's a girl called Luna Lux in America. She's brilliant.
Right.
Always has so much spit. She gives very good sloppy blowjobs.
Great spits.
Oh, fair
You
enough.
know? When you look for someone to work with, who would have thought? You like working with someone because they have just a lot of spit to give, you know? I never thought about that in someone to work with, but yeah, it's good to think about. Someone that can spit a lot. It's endless spit, you know?
Okay, so then talk about the world record. So you do this, and then from there you think,
All right, we're talking about the world record now. The thing that she's most known for, which honestly, she's gotta sort of get with the times now, because there's someone who apparently surpassed it already. There's this other woman, this other sex worker that's done 1,100 something men in 12 hours. So she's got to up them now, you know? She's got to keep getting more, better numbers. In your opinion, do you think this is a person capable of love? It seems as though the excessiveness of this style of lifestyle dulls emotions entirely. I think that she might struggle with like, I honestly don't know, because love is different from sex, guys. Not everyone associates those two. And for someone who uses their body and has experience with their body and sexuality in their work, it's entirely different from doing it in their personal life, you know? She'll have sex for work, and then she'll have sex with love with someone that she has those passionate feelings about. It's just different for them, you know? And the experience is different. I don't think love spans so much more than just sex, right? So that's never going to be the same thing. Sex is a way of intimacy, but she has turned it into her job. So yeah, I think separating those two, it's not that hard if you look at it like that. I don't think that would be an issue. I think the person she's with might struggle with it, like the experience she had, because from what I understand, a lot of guys care a lot about body counts and the experience that a woman has with other men previous to them. A lot of guys struggle with that. Whoever she chooses to be with clearly cannot have that struggle, right?
No, I've got another brainwave.
Some people can separate those truly. I mean, obviously she would have to be with someone who understands what she does, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna break the world record.
So that was in March. I was like, okay.
But I mean, sex and love, not exactly the same thing in my eyes and in a lot of people's eyes. You have sex as a form of intimacy, which can be part of a loving relationship. However, yeah, she does it as her job as well.
I want to do the world right.
I hate the way he talks. Hey, Buff Weeb. Yeah, I actually liked this interview because it is a more casual approach. He is a smaller creator as well.
Record.
Right, so how do you know what the current record is at that moment? Because I'm
just on Google.
What?
It was 919.
Okay, and that's not
You're gonna
Guinness
watch
Book
this
of
video when
Records.
you stream later.
Fucking clips.
But you just said you hate when you... Okay, wait a minute. You like content where you hate them. Right. Causes more reaction, you know? I get it. Did Buff get away? I'm not entirely convinced yet. Well, we'll find out soon, I guess. Give it a week.
I wish they were. I mean, I love watchers. So I wish they did come and watch. But right. So that was in March. But then it wasn't forgotten about. It was in the back of my mind.
I would think she'd know to expect these feelings before she went in. She does seem very just self-aware. Oh my God, do not even start with that, with the dead ass. Hey, Anonymous.
I'd mentioned it on a couple of podcasts, like, hey, I want to do the world record.
Right.
But I was aware the amount of organisation that was going to take. So it was in my mind, but it wasn't a priority. So I went back to Australia for a few months, came back to the UK in September.
Did you get booted out from Australia then? Yeah.
No. So I went back there. Everything was still there. I then came on it was meant to be a 2-week trip in September.
UK. Right.
To the UK to fuck freshers.
I got a new wiener!
I got a new winner. It's one Buff Weave. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it. You now have access to the Discord channels as well if you're interested. The Discord link is in the description, but I think I don't think I have the bot on, but it is in the description, a link to the Discord.
Spring break, and that was sort of the path I was following. I was like, I know this works. I want to keep doing it.
Stop deleting my comments. You're not getting anything deleted. You're not getting anything deleted. Oh my God.
I went to...
Some people feel so... Oh, okay. You're talking about somewhere else.
Week, shared my location online, and just let every single day for nearly 2 weeks, the road was just full of people queuing, and I would just fuck from like 11 a.m. till early hours in the morning.
Can you imagine? As a content creator, they always tell you, like, do not share your location. But she was like, she went in it, right? She was like, I have this road ahead of me. I'm going to share my location throughout the way, and people are just gonna queue up to have sex with me. Yeah, that is so insane. What a crazy way to do content.
And that really blew me up in the UK market, because prior to that, it had just been like Australia and the US.
Right.
And everyone was so taken back by it. They're like, is she for...
Right, she was doing the bang bus, saying exactly where she was gonna be at a certain day and time. And then they would just, they would already be there waiting for her. And then she just opened the door.
For real, this is crazy, because people, OnlyFans girls always make stories up. They're always like, oh, I've done this, or oh, I've...
Yeah.
Not anymore. She has set a new precedent, guys. You can expect after Bonnie Blue, there's gonna be a bunch of other content creators ready to have sex with a simple man, with the regular folk, It's no longer, they're no longer gonna be unapproachable. They'll be in your town. Like a concert, Like a concert, instead of a concert in your town, it's gonna be Bonnie Blue or whatever other content creator just opening their bang bus to you. You can just get in, free sex, get out, virginity gone. Now you are like sets for life. You just got a teacher, like a porn star teacher. You're sets with the right tools for the next woman. It's great. What's so wrong with that? I don't see anything
I'd
wrong
only
with
done
that.
about 5-6 days by myself.
Women, honestly, women should be thanking her. Women should be thanking her for giving men the tools to pleasure a woman. There you go. That's my opinion.
No, there was no camera person.
Thank you, Bonnie Blue, for getting the men ready for the next women in their lives.
Helping, there was no security, and I just did it by myself.
What do you mean by yourself? Like go outside, get someone, go in?
Hey Jeff, I remember listening to a reading of a Reddit story where a woman found out one of her boyfriend friends signed up for a group adult video. Yeah. Is that Bonnie Button? Blue. I mean, with that many guys in that short of time, each guy must have only gotten like 1 or 2 pumps. Yes. Like, especially the 1,000 men in 12 hours, they really did only get a few pumps in.
Yeah, I'd take them up, do the consent forms, fuck them, take them back down, bring the next person up. No one was there, no security, no camera people.
And then from a psychological standpoint.
Yo, wait, that wasn't even filmed? She went around with a bang bus for publicity only? Like, those sessions weren't even filmed?
Is your
crazy.
head not with you at the? Are you just an empty vessel?
Oh no, it is definitely attached.
Yeah, she is not. You know, you can go and have sex with Bonnie Blue, and she's not even going to be the kind of sex worker that's just like taking it and not in it. You know, where she has to like imagine being with someone else. No, that's not Bonnie Blue. She will be in it 100%.
You know what I mean? Because
I know what you mean, but no.
She'll look you in the eyes. She will look you in the eyes.
People sat here and say it's like psychological, or they've taken their mind out of the game and it's just work.
Not her.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? But
Yeah, not the case.
But you're saying that's not the case.
I mentally am fine, physically fine. I know what I'm doing. I know I enjoy it. If at any point I felt like it was too much, I could have
No paper bag or nothing. Exactly.
said, hey, sorry, can you join the queue tomorrow instead?
Can you imagine being a sex worker doing it for the love of the game? Exactly.
I'm tired or I've had enough. Like, I want to keep going.
So it doesn't feel like work?
No, there's times when the editing and the consent forms and all of that feels repetitive. It's
the bureaucracy around being a sex worker. That's the annoying part, guys. Not the sex. No, not the sex, just the bureaucracy. Freaking checking IDs, making sure there's consent. The organization behind it, man, that's a bore. But listen, the sex is fine. It's pleasurable. It's very
irritating at times.
Very
but
nice.
The sex, no.
And do the kind of men have to have some type of hygiene limit or anything? Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so this part is where it gets confusing for me, because she's about to say that she's had no hygiene concerns. And when you see, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but there's actually a lot of like, with the whole TikTok social media thing, a lot of these sex workers will also have a social media account where they will tell us stories about what it's like to be a sex worker. And there's so many stories around men's hygiene and the issues around it, right? And women will usually require the men to like take a shower before the act and everything, right? Not Bonnie Blue, and I still don't understand how she has no complaints about men's hygiene. I'm not sure what's going on, if she has like no sense of smell, no sense of taste, maybe it's completely destroyed. I don't know what's going on with this woman, but apparently she has no hygiene concerns with any of the men she's been with, and she does not require them to take a shower before the act. So it's like, what is going on here? Is it all the 18-year-olds that are like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Because they could just be anyone off the street.
Yeah,
well, they are.
Yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying?
But they know they're coming to me for sex.
How can she say that? The men know that they're coming to have sex with Bonnie Blue, so they make sure to like put in the effort before the act. But that not everybody's like that. You know, not everybody's like that. You know, not everyone has the same hygiene standards. So I really have a hard time believing this one.
Right.
So the biggest issue I have is I can just taste Lynx aftershave everywhere.
Lynx what though?
Aftershave.
What's the best Lynx though?
The Africa one.
Yeah.
African.
Okay.
But yeah, they know they're coming to me for sex. Even though they are random people, they've come to me for one reason.
I want to talk to a sex worker about what she is saying right now, to debunk it, because I do not believe it.
And they know I'm going to be sucking their dick, maybe licking their ass. Like,
she licks her she licks their assholes. Okay? How has there never been a hygiene concern when she licks their assholes? And she doesn't just go and like spread her legs. She does the whole damn thing, right? She goes down on them. She licks their assholes apparently. Like, she goes all out. Like, how is there not a hygiene concern ever? She's been with 1,000 men in 12 hours. And there has been no, like, I don't get it. I don't.
They're going to want to be clean. But if I offer them a shower before...
They want to be clean? Okay, I'm sure that a percentage of them feels exactly how she's saying, but that does not cover 100% of men going to have sex with Bonnie Blue. Not all of them are going to care about having taken a shower only a week ago, okay? Some of them, maybe, you know, they could only make it to an appointment with Bonnie Blue after 8 hours in construction work, okay? They didn't have time to take a shower and they're not gonna care. There's going to be that dude. There's going to be those guys there. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Majority of them are like, oh, can I just go to the toilet and freshen up quickly? And then they come straight to the bedroom.
Would you ever reject someone, like, if they weren't hygiene? Has that happened?
No.
That hasn't happened?
No.
Why do I see like a guy seen this and went bad? Yeah, like challenging it, right? I don't get it.
Like, there hasn't been someone I've gone down and thought...
It's common sense. Well, during and after sex, yeah, 100%. But of course it's common sense, but she did not implement that as a requirement. There's no way that all of them did that. I don't see it. Hey, Jax.
Oh my gosh, like, this is cheesy, or ew, you're disgusting. Like I said, it's because they know they're coming to me for sex. So and they're so nervous. It's like a first date in a way.
Right.
I get that. I get the appeal of like younger men, like 18-year-olds, right? Like virgins. They're going to be doing it for the first time. They're going to want to be presentable. They're going to want it to be a good experience for her, right? When you're new and innocent to it, you know, you put in the effort rather than later on when it's like routine, right? So I get that aspect, but she's never been exclusively about barely legals, right? So she's had men of all kinds of different ages and experience levels. So I just can't imagine how it's possible that she's never had a hygiene concern.
Spraying themselves with aftershave, they've just gone and had a haircut.
Or maybe it's just another way to market it, right? I don't know. I just don't know.
They want to impress.
And they're happy to show their face?
A mixture. Some are happy to show their face, others don't want to show their face.
And if they don't show their face, you're happy with it?
No problem.
And if they say they don't want their face on camera, is that a problem? Or is it a case of once you sign, whatever happens?
No, if they said to me halfway through...
You go on and break the record.
Doing the math, this guy has less than 14 minutes. So how did she do all of them even? Okay, so the requirement, if you're talking about the 1,000 men in 12 hours, someone did the math as well. I think they had like 40 seconds each. But the thing is, nobody has to actually reach orgasm. There's no requirement for that. The only requirement, I think, was to actually like to have penetration. So they don't have to be in there for too long, you know? 2 pumps and they're out.
And then in your words, you break the record?
Yeah.
How many people?
1,057.
How long?
Just over 12 hours.
Okay, I'm no Carol flipping Balderman, but I think that's about 40 seconds a person.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem logistically possible.
It does if you are very organised.
She explains it now.
Even then, I'd
say people had a mixture, especially to start with, about 20 to 30 seconds. I started off with big gangbangs because then...
I had this one guy who was an avid swimmer and he always smelled very strongly of chlorine and it was so awful, such a turnoff. But I had to act like he was great. At least I knew he was clean. True. You might not like the smell too much, but at least you knew they were clean. 100%.
Everyone's hard, ready, got the condoms on, and it was just rotating in a circle. The numbers, they didn't have to finish. They didn't have to come.
Oh, okay.
So these
okay,
numbers...
I didn't know that, because that's what I would have thought was quantified.
No.
So if it goes in and out...
God, some guys finished after a few seconds, other guys takes hours. Like, it wasn't about coming.
Right. So it's about in and once it's in, done.
Yeah, once you're in, a couple of pumps, it counts.
Okay, and who's there to verify this?
I mean, Channel 4 was there filming.
Channel 4 verified
Channel
this?
4 was filming, and...
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Man like Josh is there.
Yeah, obviously I had... Josh was filming, I had my team that had to do everyone's consent form, so we was aware on the numbers. But no, you don't ever get some sort of award or acknowledgement from the Guinness World Records.
No, I'm just curious, because some people will say, well, where's the proof? How do we actually know? Do you know what I mean? And I suppose, are we just taking your word for it, is what I'm trying to get at.
I mean, everyone is welcome to go watch the raw footage, you know? The 12 hours of raw footage, and you guys can, like, count them yourself. I guess everyone's welcome to do that, right?
Join the queue or watch the video.
Yeah, there you go, see?
So you have a video of 12 hours uninterrupted footage?
So I've got a
That's
trailer.
interesting,
I've
right?
got a trailer pinned on my Twitter. Shall I show you a part of it?
No.
Are you sure you want? Let me skim through it.
No.
It will
No,
squash
that's
your
okay.
opinions of.
No.
Is
not
it true?
necessary.
No.
I think you should have a look.
Do the scrubbing thing where it just
Yeah,
goes,
I will skim through it.
fast.
Okay, you ready? Are you watching?
Yeah, is that...
Oh wait, how do you do it? So. Oh, 1 second.
Okay, I don't need sound. Okay, cool.
Are you sure you don't want to keep watching it?
No, I'm good. Okay,
We don't
cool.
want you to finish too early. It's fine.
No, that's cool. Again, I get it, but I suppose there's no index. Do you know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna pull up the figures, yeah? Just okay. So
20
just talk me through this tier
coffees,
system. So one's free.
Yeah.
Why is one free?
Because not everyone wants to put their bank details in. Paying for anything.
So now she's talking about her different OnlyFans accounts. Apparently she had 3 at the time.
And it's a big commitment, and some people just want to subscribe just to see what content's there. They're just curious, and they don't really want the commitment of paying a subscription.
So you kind of dangling the carrot, like this is.
I mean,
what it-
everything's on there. You don't have to subscribe. By the time you've paid your Netflix and everything else, not everyone wants to add a subscription to OnlyFans to
So
it.
then I guess why do people pay then? I guess is my next question. Do you know what I mean?
Because the content, if you enjoy my videos, you might as well go to the VIP page because everything is discounted and cheaper.
Not me,
So
Ray, but
it's
never
Not cheaper than
happening.
free, is it?
No, but every video you purchase
Right.
is at a much higher price.
Right, and then there's a middle tier,
Yeah.
and that's just cheaper.
Cheaper, bundles.
And then do you talk to the people? Like, do you like one-to-one? And then how
Yeah.
much is that? And because some people told me like dollars per minute or something.
So, no, it's more if they want videos as and when I'm chatting to them.
Oh, custom. See, look, I know the words now.
Customs,
it,
yeah.
It just come to me.
I'll get your custom to you later.
No. Right, so customs. How much are customs?
It really depends. Like, it really can vary, but I'd say anything from like 600 to 1,000 per minute.
600,000 per minute.
Yeah.
And do you have a minimum of minutes?
No. Some of them can just be a minute. A lot of people pay extra a lot of the time. Like, they'll just send money, they tip me a lot. They'll pay like 5,000, 6,000.
They'll just pay you 5,000, 6,000?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the most you've got in one lump sum?
It's hard to say because obviously it's done over, in OnlyFans you can't tip massive tips, you have to break it down.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I'd say I've had a subscriber this month that's already spent over 40,000.
40,000?
Yeah.
And do you speak to this person?
Yeah.
Like face to face?
Not face to face, no,
Okay.
just through videos. We will text a lot.
40,000.
And it's like a normal relationship.
It's like a normal release. They don't get a Zoom call for 40,000 though. They only get like exchange of videos.
It's not normal. Let's just
very
go there.
normal.
Okay, how is that
It's so normal.
normal? They don't give you 40 grand.
Yeah, chatting to someone online, they like your videos, they want to treat you.
And just to be clear, would you ever meet anyone online?
You can't on OnlyFans. Like, so
No,
yes,
whatever,
I'm...
no.
Imagine paying extra for a service that you already paid or that's free elsewhere. What? Exchanging videos with Bonnie Blue is not free elsewhere.
Well, they would because OnlyFans would ban your
You know?
account. If somebody messaged you on
It's
OnlyFans,
Bonnie Blue.
someone's like, hey, I want to meet you, it can flag your account.
I feel like you're unbannable on OnlyFans. It's like they need you right now. Do you know what I mean?
You think so, but they also have over 2 million content creators.
Yeah.
So even though I earn a lot of money,
Yeah.
they also have a lot of content
Right.
creators.
And then just kind of keeping the language, if we can.
Yeah.
Well, we're banned already now, fuck it. But no, but sure. Like, what are the type of customs that you get? Are there some very strange ones?
Oh, I'll tell you one actually. A guy wanted me to shit in a
Okay, listen up, guys. This one gets, I don't want to call it juicy because that would be uncomfortable, but yeah, listen up.
Condom, and then freeze the condom, and then use that.
Cryogenics.
Use the frozen shit as a dildo.
And you did that?
No.
Okay. Oh, okay. So then, is there a limit? Oh yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
So then, where's your limit?
I told you to stop asking me for them videos.
No, listen.
Oh my god.
So where's your limit then, as well?
I mean, I don't know putting shit in my pussy.
Right.
Anything, basically anything that's allowed on OnlyFans, I'll know enough to.
I don't know what's allowed.
So you can't do like blood play. You
Where
can't do
can I
fisting.
find this interview? If you really want it, DM me and I'll send it to you.
You can't be playing with shit.
Okay.
Animals.
Good stuff, right?
Okay. Do you think you're in a position to start your own OnlyFans and just not?
This is what I don't understand. Like, she makes so much money. She's so popular. She's on the news on a regular basis. Everybody knows who Bonnie Blue is. So why doesn't she have her own platform? She doesn't really need OnlyFans anymore, right? She can go on Twitter or wherever and just say, this is where you can find me now. She had to do that as well when she got banned from OnlyFans, except she just went to Fansly, which was the second most popular platform, right? I don't know, like, she says that there's a lot of technicalities or whatever. What?
Give them the 20% because you could, in theory.
I don't want that, Raymond. I don't like you saying that. Don't say that stuff, please. Be respectful to everyone, including people in the chat. I don't want any of that, okay?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can just build an app tomorrow. You can just build an app tomorrow. Because I'm one of the founders now, you get me?
Okay.
Instead of paying them 10%, you give me little 8%.
Yeah.
You give Josh, I'm 5%. Everyone's cool. But you could, in theory, do that.
Yeah.
Has that ever crossed your mind?
I definitely think in the future, I won't be setting up my own OnlyFans, but I definitely think in the future I'll be open to sort of doing some sort of platform.
And then weirdest customers. So that's one of the weirdest customers. Yeah. And they offer you money for it, and you're like, hell no.
I'm just like, look, I can't do that.
Fucking hell, mate. Are there ones that are like a bit silly? Like I think people told me that they're like be tired and they're just paying you money. Like, it's not sexual. It's
yeah, like I had to shout King Kong the other day, and I got paid about 6,000 for that.
Just shout King Kong.
King Kong in a video.
Not bang the chest.
No.
Nothing.
King Kong.
No.
And then I had this one guy, but like I said, I talk about it, but I don't actually judge him. He wanted me to eat pizza naked whilst I fingered myself and said, oh, you're such a naughty boy. If you was my boyfriend, I'd let you eat pizza every day.
That's it.
Aw, that's so sweet.
I can't quite remember. I did that one a few months ago. Maybe like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
2 points.
That's
the King
so
Kong
sweet.
one, just put a pin in that. Can you appreciate that when people hear this, they think it's some sort of cheat code to life? Do you know what I mean?
I don't get you for her.
And then the kind of hate you get, do you see that a lot, or are you oblivious to it? How have you developed that thick skin?
I definitely see it, but I have never been affected. I don't think I've ever shredded it.
Guess what type of content she watches on YouTube, guys? She's gonna tell you right now.
Over a single hate comment I've got. I've been frustrated. I remember seeing a TikTok about my granddad, and they said, oh, this is Tia's dad that sexually assaulted her as a kid. I'm like, it's a photo of my granddad, and no, he never sexually
With
assaulted
carving?
me.
Okay,
so
interesting.
I get frustrated for sure. But as a whole, my TikTok is a whole separate account. I don't follow any Bonnie Blue stuff. I follow just all these fat people that like to eat food, and I'm like, that's what I'll enjoy and scroll on. Like, I'm not.
She watches mukbangs! She is a mukbang fan! She watches fat people eat food! Isn't that insane?
On their whole sex worker side of TikTok.
And
That
then
is
kind of
her.
memes, like I see memes and you're
Entertainment
kind
of
of part
choice.
of it, or the butt of the
Mukbangs.
joke.
Well, I mean, it's got bang in the word, right? Maybe that's how she found it.
And they're like, what would you prefer to queue for? Like 100 gorillas
I
or
was going there. I was just going. When you said King Kong, put a pin in it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to offend you too much. But I saw a meme that said,
What would you go for? The
100
gorilla
gorillas, would you go first with the 100 to fight the gorilla, or would you go last against Bonnie Blue in the queue?
Yes, she could have done mukbang.
Allow me. I plead the fifth. I'm Switzerland. You know what I mean? But when you see stuff like that, do you just laugh it off, or?
Oh, I find it genuinely. I've got such thick skin, and I'm not bothered.
Holes.
Like,
Different holes. She likes to watch people fill their holes. Those different ones. That's it. I'll be honest, watching people build their own furniture from wood. Yeah, I've actually done that too. I've watched full videos of that. That's absolutely super fun to watch.
See these disgusting women make hate comments and videos about me all the time. They're sat there living, and I don't care where people live, but they're sat there living in a shithole. They've got the kids screaming in the background. Their teeth look like they could do with bleaching. And I'm like, and you think I'm bothered about your comment? Like, I am so content and happy with my life. As much as people think I should be scarred and unhappy, I'm happy and that's what matters. And I would never take time out of my day to make a video on somebody else.
So what are the type of things that you bought with your money? The Ferrari is one of them. We're going to talk about
Ferrari,
that.
it's quite inconvenient, that is. It doesn't even fit through McDonald's drive-through.
So why'd you buy it? And then if there was no money involved in this, you wouldn't be doing it. They've merged.
Now they're so merged where
you don't know who's who.
Even if I didn't get paid for 1,000, I enjoyed testing my body. It was like an Olympic person testing out.
Dude, she does not only do it for the money and the pleasure, she likes to challenge her body. Like, what can my body handle next, you know? It's crazy. Like an Olympic athlete, she said.
How fast they can run.
Sure.
I wanted to see what I could...
How fast can I run? How many men can I go through, you know?
I could handle, and it was people like bird watching. I think that's fucking boring. I'd prefer to shoot them. I think, for me, my hobby was doing stuff like that. So... yes, there has to be some money involved. I wouldn't. I couldn't even afford to host these events. When I host these events, it's expensive. The security, the staff, the
yeah, there's definitely some missing achievements. Yeah.
The building it's in.
But now you've got all the money.
Yeah.
You're a millionaire.
Okay, guess what she's gonna do
Is
next?
it about the money? The
Not
Tia
now, because
answer,
if
please.
I...
Yeah. So you've broken the record. So then what's next then?
I'm doing Bonnie Blue's petting zoo in June.
What's a petting zoo?
A petting zoo. She's gonna describe it right now.
I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, you can come and watch.
I'm good.
I am going to be tied up in a glass box. The public can come and fuck me and use me in multiple ways.
Come like David Blaine? What do you mean in a glass box?
I want to be, it's like a zoo. I want people to be able to come and touch me, spit on me, pull my hair.
In a box?
So it's going to be in a
Perspex box?
In a house, and then within the house is going to be a glass box.
And how big's the box? Is this like you?
Like 8 foot.
Have you seen you on Netflix?
Yeah, very much like that.
Oh, it's you in Netflix.
I love you.
Okay, yeah. I need to watch it. Okay, so a big Perspex box.
Yeah, this box is going to be filled with...
Her kink is gangbangs and just being used, you know? So
random strangers fucking me.
Makes sense.
Okay, but why the box? You could just do it in a room. It just adds another element to it.
Because there's going to be some people that just want to stand back and watch.
It's more cinematic that way, you know? People in the box are participating, and then people outside the box are watching, you know?
I want it to be like a zoo. I want it to be different. It's like a piece of art.
Okay, and is it free for people to come in?
Yeah, of course it's free.
Okay.
It's always free entrance. Free entry in multiple different ways.
Where do you get these ideas from? Are you forever thinking of ideas? Have you got...
Oh my God, yeah, I'll see things in the street. I'll see things on movies, and I'm like, wow, I want to recreate.
She will see things on the street, and she'll be like, I could make that sexual.
Create that, but by being plowed through, like...
I can recreate that, but by being plowed through. Imagine her
3, 4,
brain.
5 more ideas ahead. Like, are you kind of months ahead?
Yeah, I have got near enough my year planned out.
Okay. Can we know about what's after that, or we just stick it to you box?
I keep things like month by month. I don't want to rinse it. If I told you, for example, I'm doing a very big freshers event in September. If I was to sit and talk about this for the next 4 or 5 months, it becomes boring. I want to keep it fresh. The next thing is the glass box.
And then is there an end goal money-wise? Have you got a target in your head? Like, when I hit that, I'm kind of...
Not really, because I never expected to be earning what I earn now. Like it really...
You know, like some people have a exit strategy. Like, when I've got this, I can...
Because I get a lot of pleasure and fun from it.
Yeah, she's in it for the pleasure, not just the money. She can keep going in while she still has energy, you know?
This now. Before it was like, if you'd have said to me, oh, you're going to earn however much a month, I'd have been like, perfect. As soon as I hit that, I'm out.
All right, that was the interesting parts. That's the timestamps that I have. Before we head out, I want you guys to see a snippet of her interview with Andrew Tate. This was Man, I don't know what your feelings is about Andrew Tate, but he's a character, and not exactly a fan of what Bonnie Blue's doing. And this was the full interview is like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. If you guys want to watch that, it is on YouTube. But this is just a snippet. Watch.
Andrew, what do you think of Bonnie Blue sleeping with 1,057 men?
You know, how honest should I be out of 10?
11. I want you to be honest.
You want me to be honest? Honest?
Yeah, go on.
I don't understand why men sit here and try and lecture you about it. I don't understand why men sit here and say you shouldn't do it. It's your body, your choice, right? This is the world we now live in. This is the end result of feminism.
It's the world we now live in. Not exactly the world I would want, he says, but...
Feminism. You are the perfect end result of feminism. In the world I believe in the conservative, traditionally masculinely ruled world, a man would be in charge of his daughters until they're handed over to their husbands or boyfriends, and there would be a degree of masculine guidance. But feminism didn't want that. You know, women complain that men don't want to get married. We did actually want to get married when we got obedient virgins, but they disappeared, and they complained about the patriarchy, and they were tired of us giving them a house to live in and kids to raise, and they wanted to make their own choices. So she's making her own choice. That's a fantastic thing. Yeah. I actually have a lot of respect for you because you own it and you're honest about it.
For sure.
I really do.
I think. What if it was your daughter? What if it was your daughter?
Well, that won't happen.
But she's her own person.
I like how he's so certain that it would never happen with his daughter because he's in full control of her future, right?
I never said my daughter's her own person. I said women want to be their own people. But my point is,
women are not allowed to be their own people. That's
there's so many women who go to Magaluf for a weekend and do something very similar, and then they come back to England and get with some fucking guy and start asking for presents from him and talking about how they deserve a traditional relationship and they want to get married and they want a Christmas present and all this bullshit. Most women do exactly what Bonnie does. I don't see you any different than most women. And I'm not saying that in a degrading way.
Most women don't sleep with 1,057 men in a day.
1,000? Does it fucking matter?
I think it does.
I don't really think it does.
So
it's all disgusting to me. If I met a woman and she said, I just sucked a dick yesterday, I'd say, well, I find you repulsive. I don't want to sleep with you. Goodbye.
What, so you're only going after virgins?
Well, it's not about only going after virgins, but I think if you're a straight man, the idea of having a bunch of men fuck a woman that you're with is pretty repulsive.
But everyone has a past.
See, this is the kind of shit white people say. I don't know what's wrong with you people. Everyone has a past. That's not acceptable. In fact, let's analyze that. Everyone has a past. You're right. Everyone does have a past. It's true. But isn't the primary objective of a man to find a woman with as little past as possible? Would you argue that's one of the precursors to finding a wife? Considering that wives were supposed to be virgins. This was the deal. The reason I'm proud of Bonnie, and I am genuinely proud of you, I like Bonnie. I like what she's doing. Because the deal was...
Are you not, contradicting yourself here?
In what way?
Well, you're proud of her sleeping with 1,057 guys, but women should be virgins.
No, I'm saying that the social contract, the construct of society that made family function was women were obedient virgins and they found a man who provided for them and they listened to that man. Women have then said, we don't like the patriarchy. We're tired of being provided for. We're tired of being taken care of. We don't want to listen to anybody. We want to make our own decisions. That was women and feminism that ended the traditional family unit. And now women can make their own decisions. So I'm glad that Bonnie's making her own decision.
Yeah,
I'm not here to tell you not to do it.
I take women back 100 years. I'm like, no, I'm a clear example of how to be empowered. I use my body, I do what I want, when I want. And this is the thing you've been banging on about for years. And when I get hate, like when I click on the comments of these women that are like, oh, you're taking us back 100 years. Then in their bio, it says stay-at-home mom of 2. I'm thinking, what the fuck was you rooting for?
That's
because
right.
You have just stayed
That's
at
right,
home.
Bonnie. See, this is the future.
Yeah.
This is the future. This is fantastic. It's exactly what Western society is headed to. So why are we going to sit here and pretend this is not? Why are we going to sit here and pretend that most women who go on girls' holidays aren't doing something similar to what Bonnie does, just because it's not on camera? Why are we going to sit here and pretend that these men who walk around with their wives in the pub in England, and they're like, oh, my wife, yeah, everyone has a past. Oh, no, she's done the same shit. What's the difference? Who gives a fuck, right? We're either going to care and accept that women are judged on their past and judged on their innocence and judged on their naivety and judged on these things like it used to be, or we're going to sit and say it doesn't matter, everyone has a past. Well, if everyone has a past, everyone has a past. Who gives a fuck? Does it really matter?
So
anymore?
What would you do if it was your daughter, though?
But why are you asking impossible questions?
Well, it's not an impossible question.
Of course it is.
How?
It can't happen.
It won't
anything can
happen.
It's against the laws of physics.
I mean, if your daughter opened a
It's
leg
against the law of Andrew Tate, you mean?
1,000 dicks, it's not impossible.
Of course it is.
What? I
Why
mean,
is
the
it
dicks would
impossible?
enter her pussy, therefore she's taken.
It's literally
Oh,
impossible.
don't say
for my
that
daughter.
about
What,
her
are you going
daughter.
to be there against your daughter's pussy saying that dick's not entering it?
No, my daughter just wouldn't make that decision.
But why?
Because I still raise her in a household where she is masculinely guided, and she will be guided by me until I hand her over to some other man. However, I believe when women are left to their own devices, they will only ever make stupid decisions.
Was mine a stupid decision?
I wouldn't say it's any more stupid than most decisions women make, to be honest with you.
Oh my god.
I think that most women, to some degree, are sex workers anyway. Like,
I mean, yeah.
let's be honest about it, right? Most women look at Miami or Dubai. What's your job? Oh, I've got a boyfriend. So your job is being a girlfriend. And why does he give you money? Because you give him sex. So most women are sex workers anyway, to be honest.
But isn't that what you said the family unit was?
Well, then you're a sex worker with one customer. You know, which is nice. I guess it's better. It's more efficient.
But what about if you're raising children? That's not sex work, is it?
No, that's being a mother.
Yeah.
All right, so that's interesting, Rob. Rob said this, not me. So they're either virgins, sex workers, or mothers. Are those the three categories?
I think you're putting words into my
I
mouth.
think that's what Rob just said. Those are the three categories.
I'm just sat in the middle.
And women have to choose to be one of them.
So is that what you think?
I think that when a woman becomes a mother, she has a purpose. And I think that women should be having children as soon as possible. And I think it gives their life a direction. And I think it's the most important thing to preserve society, especially if you want to talk about geopolitics and talk about race
Menopause is death.
and all of these things. If you want to have a country that looks like the country it used to be, you need to have the original people from there having children. I think all of that is true. Absolutely. I think every day a woman goes without having kids is primarily a waste of time. But once again, what does it matter what I think? Rob, I've given up. Rob.
Thankfully, we have community night coming up. Oh, he's given up.
I've given up trying to say.
He's given up, guys. It's all good. We're done. Okie dokie. All right, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe not the past 6 minutes specifically with Andrew Tate on screen, but perhaps the rest of the stream. We have a community night coming up. Yeah. We're heading over to the Discord. If you have a sub or a membership, you should be able to have access to the voice chats at the very bottom of the Discord server, and that's where we're going to be having community night as we do every Saturday at 8 p.m. EST, 8:15. So that's where I'm headed now. This is usually where I have a drinky and I play some casual, usually free games. Also, don't forget to hit the like button before you go if you haven't already. That helps out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'm thinking about doing a stream before next Saturday, so keep an eye out for the announcements. Let's find someone to redirect to. Who's live right now? Any suggestions? Any suggestions? Let me see who's live. They should tell me here. We have a little cow test. We got Reapers. Where do you guys want to go? Test? Let's go to test. Alright guys, thank you again for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you guys next time. Good night. Bye. Bye.